Future daughter-in-law.
Baby mama.
Okay. Future daughter-in-law. Your son into my bed. I didn't trick your son into my bed. He got there voluntarily.
Kind of got a
That's
point
what
there.
you offer.
And very
Trusted you enough to bring them to you.
Good point.
And I don't know why she's so mean to me. Like, I have beautiful children with her son, and I'm a good person.
You keep interrupting her. You keep interrupting
That's
her.
because she be lying.
She did it to you too.
She's not my favorite person. No.
Oh, okay.
Rise for support court with Judge Vonda B. Judge's case number JVB 2002, Miller case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay. Miss Miller, is it Miss or Mrs.?
Mrs.
Mrs. Miller, you brought this case before the court. What is going on?
This is my
Future
son's
daughter-in-law.
baby mama.
Okay.
Future daughter-in-law.
And Tracy. So Tracy leaves the kids with me and didn't come back to check on the kids, haven't done anything, just dropped them off and took off and expects me to take care of the children with no money. She doesn't drop food off, she didn't leave any clothes, she didn't do anything. Tracy says she works all the time. That's what she tells me.
Okay.
That's where she is. So she hasn't done anything with the kids.
Okay.
And they're small kids. They're 3 and 4. I'm trying to deal with a 3 and 4-year-old while she runs around and does.
This case is an emotional one. A young mother left her kids with their grandmother while her fiancé is deployed overseas. But now, the grandmother has filed for child support without even telling her son. What started as a family favor has turned into a legal battle filled with tension and heartbreak.
Whatever Tracy decides she wants to do.
Okay. Is her name Tracy?
Yes, Tracy. Tracy, I guess is what it is.
It's Tracy, Judge.
Okay.
It's not that hard. It's just Tracy.
Oh, okay.
So special. She's very special.
According to your son, I am.
Ooh.
Okay. Miss Miller, Mrs. Miller,
Yes.
you said she dropped the kids off and go do, how do you know the things that she do?
She claims she's working, but she claims she has no money. I'm trying to figure out how that works. How do you work but have no money for your children? I mean, I'm confused because I don't understand that.
How long have the children been with you?
6 months.
6 months. And who dropped them off to you?
She did.
Okay.
Tracy did.
I'm assuming the two of you don't get along.
She's not my favorite person. No.
Oh, okay.
No, she's really not. She's really not.
I mean, well, why is that?
I just don't,
curious.
because she lies. She's not taking care of her children. She tricked my son into having children with her.
I did not
just
trick
don't
your son
understand.
into my bed. I didn't
don't
trick your son into my bed. He got there
She
voluntarily.
kind of got a
That's
point
what
there.
you offered.
And very happily, might
That's
I
what
add.
you offered. So he got in the bed.
Okay, so how do you know their relationship?
My son tells me things.
Right. You
then-
only get it, hear me out, you're only getting information from your son. And I'm not saying that your son is not being truthful, but that's just one side of it. It's always another
I mean,
side.
I see stuff.
And it seems like you're very passionate about your grandchildren.
Yes, I am.
So you should at least pretend to get along with their mother. I mean, she did drop the kids off to you, so she must trust you, right?
I don't say anything bad about her.
Wait
to
a
the
minute.
children.
She did trust you enough to drop the children off to you, right?
Or she had no one else. Well, but
Okay, but even still, with having no one else, she could have put the kids with somebody that she really didn't know.
Not
But
my grandchildren. She was.
That's my point. She trusted you enough to bring them to you.
Good point. Good point. Point
Okay.
taken. Point
Now,
taken.
isn't it fair to
It's probably my
say
son's idea.
part of your son's idea to do what?
Drop the children off to me. She probably didn't think about it.
Okay, is that a bad thing?
No, it's a good thing. I'm just saying she probably didn't contribute to that. It was probably his decision. Yeah.
Okay, I'm not
She
following.
probably
what's
would have
the
just
issue.
left them with anybody.
Your Honor,
What do you want me to know?
Your Honor, she absolutely has not had my kids consistently for 6 months.
Lie.
Okay, how long have Miss Miller?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was
Ms.
just making
Miller?
notes on what she was saying. I apologize.
Yes, you can quietly
I
make notes.
apologize.
Quietly.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So her son and I are very much so in love, and he just recently joined the military.
I'm sorry. I should have had some water before I sat down. I apologize. I apologize.
He recently joined the military and he's deployed right now. He's probably going to flip out when he finds out what his mom has done by bringing me to child support court.
So he doesn't know that.
No, he doesn't know yet.
Oh.
Well, he doesn't know. I haven't been able to talk to him yet because he's on deployment. So unless she told him, my understanding is he doesn't know. I just got these papers handed to me like maybe 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago.
To be here.
Yes, and I've emailed him, but I haven't got a response yet. He has limited access right now while he's overseas.
Okay, so it is indeed a fact that you dropped the children off to grandmother 6 months ago.
Yes, so the court knows I'm a influencer, and I hate saying that because I'm still growing right now. I'm in the growing stage. And so I do like travel blogs and things like that, which require me to travel.
Object, question, which one can I do with question, what she said? What's an influencer? What is
your legal objection?
The legal objection is that she's lying?
That's not a legal objection. And there will be
falsifying information. Falsifying information. What's an influencer? What's that she says she does?
Okay,
So that's false.
All right, that's not a legal objection either. So I'm going to allow her to finish because then maybe you can hear what an influencer is.
Okay.
All right.
That works.
All right, continue.
So I don't get paid a lot. Mostly they just kind of cop the expenses and stuff while I'm growing my channel. Before he deployed about 7 months ago. And he did not want me to give up my growing career. I'm starting to get a lot of traction on social media. And so he told me that he talked to his mom and agreed that she would take care of the kids while I have to travel. And I don't travel for like a month at a time. I'm gone maybe 5 days to 7 days, and I'm back 2 or 3, and I get my kids. And then if I have to travel again, I leave them with her. You know, I don't have my mom. And so when I got in this relationship, I wanted to have a good relationship with her, and I don't know why she's so mean to me.
At this point, you can really feel Tracy's pain. She's trying to build a future, raise her kids and keep her family together, all while feeling rejected by the woman who should have supported her. When she says, "I'm a good person," you believe her. This moment hits hard.
Like, I have beautiful children with her son, and I'm a good person. And so if she doesn't want to take care of them or help me anymore, I can give up being a influencer.
And get a real
keep
job.
My kids.
And excuse me. Influencing. When you say influencing, you're talking about social media, content creator, that kind of stuff?
Yes, and my specific niche is travel videos. And, you know, they're young right now. I hope when they're older, you know, my fiance and I plan to integrate the kids and do like family trips and show how to travel on a budget. Like, we have a plan marked out for it, but his deployment right now, you know, he's going to get out of the military when his term is up this time. He's not re-enlisting. Okay. So if she's not willing to help us, like, you know, my fiance said, I'll take them back, but she doesn't talk to me. And I send them with food and groceries when I have to travel. It's not like, you know, not to mention
treats. That ain't
not
no
to
food.
mention my fiance, when he's here, we live together. We're happily together. My fiance pays, she's on our phone plan. My fiance pays like some of the bills at the house and stuff. So while it's not maybe coming from me directly, it's from our household.
Okay, I understand.
We're getting married. When he gets permission for leave, we're going to be married. Whether she likes it or not, whether she's there or not, we're going to be married.
Okay. You keep interrupting her. You keep interrupting
That's
her.
because she be lying.
She did it to you too. So I can't just say that you're 100% at fault. You both are doing it. I don't see how y'all are going to be able to work together with these children if you can't even get a word in. Now, in this email,
See, she interrupted
I mean,
me.
it is very clear what the intentions were. It is very clear that this was a temporary situation and you agree to help them.
She wrote that email. I agreed to keep my grandchildren because I didn't want anybody else to
That's
have
what
them.
the email says.
I agreed. I did agree.
Okay, so
I'll take that.
Mrs. Miller, I don't like to tell people what their intentions are, but it does not seem like you did anything here today other than to come and waste my time, because you should not have filed a child support situation on her. You should not. It's
She's
very
the mother.
clear. It is very clear that this arrangement was for you to help not only her, but to help your son as well. And then if it's true what she also said, that she hasn't been able to communicate with her husband, he doesn't even know that you did this. I'm sorry, your son, her fiance, he doesn't even know that you did this. You think he's going to be impressed to know that his mother did that to his fiance?
He'll understand. He'll understand.
No, that's not funny. This is not a joking matter. This is serious. Things like this is what makes it hard for families. Child support is hard enough on anybody, but to file it simply because you don't like the other person, that's just mean.
Well, also she has money. She's not paying. She doesn't give anything. She running around
What
talking
was
about
the agreement
doing
with
the
that?
job.
What is it? Wait 1 second. Wait 1 second. Miss Smith, what was the agreement, if any, for financial support of these children while your husband was on deployment and you were traveling for work?
My fiance continues to pay some of the bills, like her phone bill, and I think he pays the internet and gives her money when he's there. But
Always done that.
I also drop off groceries for the days when she does watch them. But I want to let the court know, if she wants to completely destroy her relationship with her son and with my children,
What happens with me and my
with
son?
my children, I will pick them up and they will not be going back to her house. And this is why I
Threat.
can't.
Well, I
That
don't
was a
want you
threat.
to do
Object to a
that.
threat. Can I object to a threat?
Well, she didn't actually threaten you with
She said
anything.
she gonna take the kids and not let me see them
And that's
anymore.
not a legal objection.
Oh, well,
and
it's a
I mean,
threat.
you know, I would never recommend anybody to stop children from seeing the other parts of their family.
Right.
However,
Amen. Right.
you're going to have to play fair. You're going to have to play fair. If there was, according to this email, there's nothing in here that said any exchange of financial anything for the children from her to you.
And that's why I filed for child support.
Why
Right,
won't
but
you just
the-
give me a chance? Like, I'm a good person.
Yo, that is
Your
a good
son
question.
loves me.
Miss Smith, let me ask the question, but I'm gonna piggyback off what she said. Why? Just give her a chance. It sounds like she really loves your son, and it sounds like her son really loves her too. So y'all should be working together as a family at this point.
That's what I've been trying to do.
Especially
Judge.
with him not being here. This is a really good opportunity for you, the two of you, to get to know each other.
But she's never here. She's traveling with that little new job.
Call her and you all sit down and have a conversation. Get to know each other. This is not the place to do it. This is where bitterness, bitter feelings, all of those things come into place. This is not the court. This is not the court. This is not the place to be doing these types of things. All right? I'm going to deny your request and I'm going to dismiss this case because you do not have a reason to ask for child support. It's very clear from this email that you knew what the situation was and you agreed to help them. And you're getting financial support from it. It's just not what you're looking for, but that was the agreement, to continue paying the bills and everything like that.
I won't be dropping them off on Monday. So
You ain't gonna have that already there. You probably not coming.
No, hold on. Yes, you are. Because y'all are gonna do what? Y'all gonna go have a conversation.
Did you hear her? We're gonna have a conversation.
Yes, y'all are gonna have a conversation.
You're gonna have to play
and y'all are
nice,
gonna
not
work
just in
this
front
out.
of the judge.
And you are too. Is there anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, is there anything further?
no, Your Honor. Can we like order counseling? Is that an option?
Girl, please.
Well, I can't necessarily order counseling because you know
Because
this.
I can't talk to her. Look how
Well,
she reacts.
here's the deal. Here's the
please.
deal. I cannot order that. That is not what we do in child support court, but I would highly recommend and encourage it. And it can be done. And I have faith in the both of you. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The judge made it clear this wasn't a case about child support. It was about bitterness. And honestly, family drama like this can tear people apart. What do you think? Did the judge make the right call? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more powerful real stories.
All rise. Support court with Judge Vonda B is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB1072, Wilson case.
Thank you. You all may be seated. Okay, Ms. Wilson, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, I have a son named Tanner Wilson, and
Okay.
he has a daughter with Nikki. And Tanner's in the military. Nikki is off at school, but she's not helping do anything. I've been raising their child for the past 6 months.
In this courtroom drama, a grandmother sues for child support after raising her grandson. She confronts the absent mother and deployed father, demanding accountability. Emotions run high as the judge listens to testimonies about neglect, daycare, costs, military duty, and academic commitments. The stage is set for a legal showdown.
So I'm not getting any help or assistance or anything from her.
Okay.
So I need some type of child support from her.
And where is Tanner?
Tanner's in the military.
Oh, he's
in the military.
So when you say he's in the military, he's away in the military?
Yes. he
Okay.
is.
All right. And Nikki, does she visit with the child? Does she bring you any groceries?
She doesn't do anything. I mean, she went off to school. She's in New York, so she'll come home sometimes and get her on, breaks or something. But half the time when she's home on breaks, I don't even know she's home.
Oh, wow.
So she doesn't really do much of anything for Sterling.
So she will come into town and not see her child?
Yes.
How old is Sterling?
She's 2.
Okay. 2 years old. Does she go to daycare or anything?
Yeah, she goes to daycare, and I pay for all of that.
How much is daycare?
Oh, gosh. $200 a week.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is pretty expensive.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to Miss Nikki?
I just, see her like on all these TikTok videos and on Facebook where she's partying.
All right. Miss Nikki, why are you not being a good mom?
It's not that I'm not being a good mom. It's just that I'm in school full time.
Okay.
And
so being in school full time means you can't be a mom?
well, I'm away at school. So on my breaks, I go home.
Away at school means you cannot be a good mom?
I am a good mom. I am going to school full time. The point is when I got pregnant, I didn't want to have a child. I was in school. I didn't want that for myself.
Okay, but the baby is here now.
She is.
She's 2.
We had a
Her
whole agreement
responsibility.
before this. Like, she was like, I'll take care of her. I wanted another child.
Right, she will take care of her. I don't
Yes.
believe she thought that she was going to be raising another child on her own. Am I right about that?
Yes.
She
We
is
had
a
this
grandmother.
conversation. I'm in school full time. I told her I
How
can't.
long do you have left in school?
I have a year left.
So Sterling is going to be with her another year, and then another year, and another year. She's just going to raise the baby.
No, I will have a job by then. I'll be working.
Okay.
She's 2. She won't remember any of this.
I'm just going to play like you did not say that.
She won't.
Take care of your child. You can.
I do the best that I can.
Okay. So is it true what she said about you being on social media, going to clubs and all that kind of stuff?
Yes, I am a influencer.
During proceedings, social media evidence and testimony collide. The grandmother highlights TikTok videos of her daughter partying, while Nikki insists full-time studies justify her absence. Each argument intensifies the courtroom atmosphere. Judge Vonda B probes financial details. Daycare bills, military benefits, loans, internships. Stakes escalate with every single word.
So I try to get
wait a
brand
minute,
deals.
hold on. You said you're in school full time, you don't work,
Correct.
but influencers get paid.
I haven't gotten
Come
paid
on,
in a
make
while.
it make sense.
I haven't gotten paid in a while.
But you get paid,
Yes.
and you can send money for Sterling, right?
Yes, and I do.
And you don't.
I do.
That's not what she just said. So is she being untruthful? Or
I
are
do.
you
I
being
do what I can.
untruthful?
I am in school full time. I don't know what else. This is so crazy to me. Like, why we're right here right now, because
We're here right now because grandmother needs some financial
grandmother
assistance for her
chose
child.
this life. Grandmother chose the life.
You know what?
I didn't choose this life. However, I love my daughter to pieces. I don't regret anything. However, I would have liked to wait.
So
You know?
grandmother chose this life.
Yes, grandmother wanted to take care of her. It's okay, I'll take care of her while you're in school. And all of a sudden, something changed, which is why we're sitting here now.
Can you believe this?
I really can't. I mean, I expected you to help at least. Of course,
I
I'm not
have
going
a year
to.
left. I do what I can.
So Sterling
So
is.
it's a year left
this-
of her taking care of your
Exactly.
daughter, you and Tanner's daughter.
This is what you wanted.
But I thought
You
you were going to
said that
help.
you were
and
gonna
be
take
a-
care
I
of
thought
her.
you were going to still be a good
Oh,
mom
Miss
to
Nikki,
Sterling.
you are
though.
so unbelievable right
Yes.
now. You are the mom. She is the grandmother.
Exactly.
What part of that don't you understand?
I understand all of it. We had a whole agreement that she would raise
take care, raise the child until I was out of school. So when I come home, I do see my child. I do.
Barely.
You know what?
But I don't know what changed. I don't know if she got a little boyfriend or something.
What difference would it make if she had a boyfriend? That is
Because
none of
she
your
chose
business.
this life.
Excuse me.
I could have
You
waited.
chose this life. You had the child with Tanner. Miss Wilson, Miss or Mrs., I'm sorry.
Miss.
Miss Wilson did not have the child. You did. The child is your responsibility, not grandmother's. Whether she wanted a grandchild or not. I know a lot of grandparents that say, oh, when are you gonna have me a grandchild? I want a grandchild. They never anticipate that phrase to mean, I 100% am taking care of the child. You are unbelievable right now.
I'm not. I'm really not.
You really are.
No,
So
I'm
you know
really
what?
not.
What we're going to go ahead and do is get Miss Wilson the proper financial support that she needs to take care of your daughter. So you understand, and let me repeat it again, your daughter. So you don't walk out of this courtroom believing that someone else has the obligation of taking care of your child. She does not have to step in and do anything.
She does not, but
She's
she chose
doing
to.
it. She's
so don't
doing
complain
it.
about it now. Don't complain about it now.
Well, you know
chose
what?
to do this.
I don't need you to
didn't-
complain about these numbers when I read them off to you, okay? So, Miss Wilson, Tanner, you say he's in the military. Do you know how much money he makes?
I don't know how much he makes.
Okay. Health insurance. I know typically they have decent health insurance in the military. Do you have any idea of how much that costs?
About 108. Tanner takes care of that part.
Okay. Tanner takes care of that. So let me just make sure I make a note of that. All right. And mom doesn't do anything.
Nothing.
Okay. And you said that 6
I do.
months the child has been with you?
Yes.
Okay. Daycare is $800 a month. Mm-hmm. Okay, so what I'm going to do, when you're influencing, let me ask you a question. How much money are you getting off of that consistently?
Consistently, I would say maybe $2,000 a month.
$2,000 a month? And you haven't sent her anything?
I mean, I had books to pay for.
Right, so your books cost $2,000.
Yes.
Are you getting financial aid from school?
I have maxed out all my financial aid. I maxed out all my loans. I don't know what else to do. I'm doing what I can. Like I said, I'm
Have
doing
you
what I
ever
can.
considered moving from New York? I know it's expensive
No,
to
I
live
have
there.
a huge internship. Why would I? No.
Oh.
No.
Okay, so your internship is more important than raising your daughter.
No, it is not. But I am doing this for my daughter.
Oh, okay.
So
That's what you believe. That's fine.
that is what I know. I'm doing this for my daughter.
Well, what I know is you're getting ready to pay child support. So this is what we're going to do. Since you don't have any financial information on Tanner, we're going to set his child support at minimum wage. We're also going to set your child support at minimum wage, okay? I'm going to order that Tanner maintains the health insurance, and then I'm also going to have you reimburse half of that health insurance back to him. So, no, not reimburse half of it. You're going to reimburse the back pay, because I'm going to order you to pay back pay as well. She said 6 months. So Tanner is going to maintain the health insurance at 108, okay? There will be no reimbursement on that part of it, because what I'm going to do is have you pay monthly child support at minimum wage, which is $219, as well as back pay to grandmother. So $219 multiplied by the past 6 months, Tanner's portion is $657. Your portion is $657. That's to be paid at $50 per month. So each parent's child support obligation to grandmother is $269 per month.
Are you happy now?
No, are you happy now? I know I'm happy because you're finally supporting your child financially, and grandmother gets some assistance with paying this daycare.
Grandmother wanted a baby. She's
Yep.
grandmother.
And you know what?
This is your part.
And
So
grandmother
whenever
is here.
I-
Excuse me. Grandmother's here because she also wanted some financial help. Is there anything further, ma'am?
No, we're done here.
Oh, obviously. Is there anything further?
No, thank you very much, Your Honor.
You're welcome. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Friends, Judge Vonda delivered a clear, fair verdict, holding both parents equally responsible and securing justice for the grandmother. Do you agree she made the right call? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more courtroom drama. 04 Mini.
All rise. Support court with Judge Vonda B is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB1062, Henry case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Miss Henry.
Yes, ma'am.
Mrs. Henry, excuse me. You
Yes.
brought this case before the court.
Yes,
What's
ma'am.
going on?
Well, I'm bringing my husband, hopefully ex-husband soon, for child support. He roughly pays about $1,000 a month, and I feel he should be paying more because he makes more. He makes more than I do.
Okay, but he's not under a court order, right?
No, ma'am. He just gives.
So
me-
he voluntarily gives you $1,000 a month for child support.
Yes, and exactly voluntarily gives me money every
But
now
that's
and
a
then.
good thing, right?
At first glance, it's just another child support case, a mother asking for more money. But as the judge listens, something doesn't add up. What begins as a financial dispute slowly unravels into jealousy, hidden motives, and a courtroom showdown no one saw coming. Let's see how deep this goes.
Every now and then he gives me money, and most time I'm begging for him to give me money. Because I know he's a truck driver. He's over the road all the time. But like I
Okay.
said, I need more money for my children. They're in activities, private school. I just need more money. And I'm not jealous of him or anything like that. That's what he said before, but I'm not.
You said they're in activities and they go to private school, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Isn't it fair to assume that the $1,000 is covering that?
No.
She spent all of it
no,
on
I
herself,
do
Your
not.
Honor.
No, I do not. No, I do not. You don't have proof of that.
Your Honor, I currently.
You don't have proof of that.
I currently.
Okay, you do not have proof of that.
Excuse me. Okay. As best you can, try not to interject until I'm done speaking with her, and I promise I will come over to you.
Yes,
Thank you, because I was talking.
I was talking to him. I did not need you to echo me.
Yes,
okay?
ma'am.
All right. Now you answer my questions.
Yes, ma'am.
Wouldn't it be fair to say that with the tuition as well as the children's expenses that $1,000 is covering that?
It's not.
How much is the tuition?
Tuition is, we have 2 children.
Okay.
And tuition is it's about $500 a piece. That's $1,000 right there. And I still need more money because I need clothes. I need to feed them.
Does he give you any money in regards to extra, like for the extracurricular activities or anything like
I'm
that?
trying to get extra. He won't give me that. No, he does not give me extra.
Straight. He's voluntarily giving you $1,000 a month for child support, correct?
That's correct.
He has the children, you said Sunday through Wednesday,
Yes,
which means you have them Wednesday through Sunday.
that's correct.
Who pays health insurance?
I do, Your Honor.
How much is health insurance?
Talking.
It's roughly $309 a month. She asked me a question.
So I'm confused as to why you're here. Are you trying to put him on,
I want to put him on
You
child
want to
support.
put him on child support
Yes,
for
ma'am.
the $1,000, or are you trying to put him on child support for something more?
Something more, yes.
Okay, let me move over to, before I move over to him, what do you do for a living?
I'm a teacher.
All right, how much money you make?
I make about $60,000.
All right, do you have access to private health insurance for the children?
Yes, I do, but I'm a teacher. I don't have that extra. That's why the father should help out with that.
He does, he pays health insurance.
Yes.
He just said he pays $309.
Yes.
So you can't say he needs to help out with that because he's already doing
Okay, you're
it.
right, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. Now, sir, what do you do for a living?
I'm a truck driver.
Truck driver. How much money do you make?
I make roughly maybe $82 a year.
All right.
Okay. Because
So
like
what
I said,
it
he
is,
has
Your
other
Honor,
women he's spending money on.
She never lets me talk, so.
Okay, I'm going to let you talk.
Exactly.
Okay.
What it is, Your Honor, she's, she didn't mention this, but she's engaged.
Wow.
And she just found out that I'm recently dating, so now she's mad at me.
Oh, I'm mad.
There
I'm
goes
mad.
the
Very bad.
conflict.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad.
There goes the conflict.
I'm
Now
not
I
mad.
asked what was the disconnect here. It was something missing. So you brought him to court because he has a new girlfriend
No, ma'am. I'm not
That's
mad
exactly
about
why, Your Honor.
and you're engaged.
Yes, ma'am.
And there it is, the real reason. It's not about the money, it's about control, about being replaced. When love ends, pride can turn even the quietest pain into public war.
He's still gonna want to marry you after he see what you're doing to this man?
He's on my side about this.
Of course he is.
So he agrees that he should be paying more than $1,000 a month
Yes,
in
like
child
I said,
support.
he has other women that he's pretty much
What does
tricking
his
money
other
on.
women have to do with anything?
he's spending all
Quite
the money.
frankly, you shouldn't care. You have a whole nother man that you should be worried about, and you over
understand
here
that.
all in his business. That's not a good look.
I am not jealous. I'm not hating. I'm not coming by the house or anything looking for him.
Okay.
So again, the disconnect is,
Stop spending that money on the other women and
I need you to stop interrupting me,
Yes, ma'am.
because you have not done anything to prove to me yet that this man needs to pay you even the $1,000.
Okay.
You said the children are in private school. It's $1,000 for private school.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's the whole child support, that I need more money to take care of them.
But you're a
You're taking care
teacher.
of yourself.
What?
You're not taking care of them.
You don't know that.
I do.
Miss
you don't.
Henry, Miss Henry,
Yes,
you
ma'am.
obviously came here to waste my time.
No,
okay?
no, Your Honor.
Yes, you did.
No,
Yes, you
no,
did. You are asking for more money, and he's giving just that. He's giving $1,000. He's covering the kids' tuition.
So what about clothing?
Y'all have a split schedule.
I
He
buy
needs
them.
to
I got
maintain
clothes at my
clothing.
house.
Excuse me,
Please,
Mr.
you
Henry.
bring the
Excuse me.
kids
Give me a
back
minute.
home and they
Give me a
look
minute.
just-
Here's the reality of it. You all have a split schedule. You need to be providing clothing and everything for your home. You need to be providing clothing and everything for your home. This is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to order anybody to pay child support. What I'm going to do is that you testified to this. You said tuition was $1,000.
Yes.
$500 per child. So you know what? You're going to pay $500,
Wow.
and he's going to pay
Judge.
$500 directly to the school.
That's
That
you
is
make
right.
more money than I do, and you had.
And you're going to keep maintaining the health insurance, okay? Now,
Thank
if you
you.
decide to get private health insurance on your own through your employer, you're obviously, you can do that. The children can be double insured. But
True.
I'm not going to have him pay more than $1,000 or even continue paying
Honor.
$1,000 when, based on both of your testimony, you have a split schedule. That's what's in the best interest of the children, and that's what's fair.
fair.
That is fair.
That's not fair.
Well, it is fair today. Did you have anything else?
You got it. You got it.
It's always about me, right?
It is.
I asked
It
you a
is.
question. Did you have anything further for today?
No, I don't.
Okay, Mr.
Just
Henry,
when
did
you
you
bring
have?
the kids back home, make sure they're dressed properly, please.
I bring them back with what they came with.
What? Okay.
Okay, well, Mr. Henry, is there anything further?
That's it, Your Honor.
If there is nothing further, you all are dismissed.
In the end, the judge didn't fall for drama, just facts. No extra support, just a fair split. But what do you think? Was her ruling right or too harsh? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more real courtroom moments like this one.
All rise. Support court with Judge Vonda B is now in session. Judge's case number JVB1084, Daniel's case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. All right, Mr. Clough,
Yes,
you're
Honor.
back, except today you're the petitioner. Looks like we found mom.
Finally found it.
Okay, finally found her. What can I do for you today?
Well, Your Honor, I'm here to get some justice. I think it's time that I get back what I've been giving out.
Are the kids in the car with the dog again today?
Kids aren't in the car, Your Honor. The dog got hit, so he's in a doggy wheelchair.
Okay.
So,
This isn't just another courtroom case. It's a battle between responsibility and excuses, a father doing everything alone, a mother who disappeared, and a judge who doesn't have time for games. What happens next is messy, emotional, and absolutely real. Stay with me, because this case is anything but ordinary.
All right, well, I'm sorry to hear that about the dog, but the kids are fine.
they're with the neighbor.
Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure. So, what's been going on? I mean, it's been a few months since I've seen you.
Right.
So, it looks like you were here, back when
Don't
you were
look at
here,
me
they
like
had
that.
excuse me?
She just looking at me crazy.
I'll make it easier for you. You focus on me.
Right.
Don't excuse me.
Sorry, Judge.
Don't be sorry, just don't do it. This is your
he
first
gets my
time here
blood
today.
boilings.
And if I remember correctly, you filed the lawsuit on him previously and
I
had
did.
the audacity not to show up. So you definitely need to pipe down.
Okay, I chose money though.
Okay, well, you may have, and we're going to get into that and see how much money you probably are going to be paying on child support, but we want to, oh my gosh.
You see? God don't like ugly.
Oh.
You know what?
then
You talking about you
God
there.
don't like-
So the kids have been with you, looks like it's been about 7 or 8 months now.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So in this 7 or 8 months, has mom been paying?
Have you been paying?
Well, no,
No,
that's
she
not how this
hasn't, Your
works.
Honor.
That's not how this works.
She hasn't been paying.
All right.
She has not been paying.
Has she at least been visiting with the children?
She hasn't visited the children, but she visited that man in jail that she ran off with.
Oh, the one that was in the car that you
In the
really couldn't
Cutlass,
see?
yeah.
The Cutlass. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
He got arrested not too long after I saw you for the PPP loan. Is that correct?
No,
That's how she
is
got that.
incorrect. That's incorrect.
She got what? What's that?
You know, from the last time. She got the booty in the booty.
What they call it something though.
Yeah, the BBL. She know.
Oh,
Why you telling my business?
People need to know.
People don't need to know nothing. That's for the gram.
Anyway, Your Honor.
I mean, I wanted to know, but you know, we're not here for that. We're not here for that. I'm not going to be petty. So, you are seeking to put mom on child support.
I am.
All right. And health insurance. Who's covering? Well, I would assume she's not. Are you covering health insurance? Are they on Medicaid? What's going on?
Well, I wasn't at first, but I got a promotion at work.
All right. Congratulations.
I appreciate that.
All right.
And maybe a manager at the McDonald's, so I'm making a little bit more, and I was able to put 2 of the kids on insurance, but not all of them.
Okay.
Just can't cover that many.
All right. So the other ones, what are they doing?
Well, my other job kind of covers that as well.
Okay. All right. So at least all of the children are insured.
They are.
All right. How much is that insurance total for the kids only?
On McDonald's or the other job?
No, just in total.
It's about $350.
$350. Okay. All right. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to her?
I think that's about it, Your Honor. Just ready to hold her accountable.
Okay.
Boy.
Okay, Miss Daniels.
Yes, Judge. Sorry.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Judge, I'm sorry.
Are you here to be pretty, or are you here to tell me your side of the story as to why you shouldn't pay child support today?
A little bit of both, Judge. But I'm
not interested in whether you're here to be pretty or not. That has nothing to do with my ruling. You understand it, right?
I do, Judge.
All right,
But
so
I should be
let's
pretty
stay-
for you.
Well, let's stick to the facts. I could care less how you look.
Okay, Judge. Let's get to the facts.
Please do.
The
and
fact
quickly, without all the extra.
Not extra at all. The fact is, Judge, I had these children for 10 years before I put them on your doorstep. He was barely doing anything. That's why I petitioned the court, Judge.
Okay, well, here's the deal. You petitioned.
Yeah.
He showed up. You
He did.
didn't. I dismissed
I had an
it.
opportunity, Judge. Had to take it.
Okay. And could you do me a favor? Could you, if you're going, I don't allow gum chewing, but if you don't have anywhere to put it, I would suggest
Can I
you
swallow?
at least.
I'm good at that. Yeah.
Okay.
Now you see.
What?
Mr. Clough?
Well, that's why I petitioned the court. I do apologize for not showing up, Judge, but let me tell you, I came up. You know.
Oh,
I
let's
wasn't
talk
getting
about
nothing
this
from him.
come up. What kind of come up we talking about?
Well, Judge, I met a man who said he can change my life, Judge.
All right, so how financially, did he change this life of yours?
Not too much.
Oh, yes.
Mr. Clough.
Enough.
Mr. Clough. We don't know. Let's hear her side of the story because I'm pretty sure she's going to say some interesting stuff about finances.
Judge, Clough don't know nothing. Listen, understand that I got at least, 6 figures in the bank.
Oh, okay.
Had
No.
6 figures in the bank.
You said what now?
Mr. Clough, again,
Federale don't take
I'm
it. I
not,
put it
excuse
on
me,
seats.
Miss Daniels, when I speak, both of you be quiet. Mr. Clough, there will be no more outbursts, okay? I understand you both are frustrated, emotions are high, but let me get through this hearing, okay? Because if I can't get through it, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna reset it. And I know neither one of you want to pay for court parking again, right?
I don't.
You don't want to take off your work, right?
Only one of us will be here.
Okay, but you want some sort of relief, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in order for me to do that, I have to hear the facts. Now, Ms. Daniels, again, continue.
So, like I said.
No, let me direct you really quick. You're getting ready to talk about these 6 figures you have in the bank.
I do.
All right, how much money we talking?
We talking about, 300-400. You know what I'm saying?
Bullshit. Sorry.
You said no more outbursts.
I was coughing. I'm sorry.
It's true.
It's your allergies.
Yeah.
Handle that. You need some tissue?
No. No, thank you.
Okay. Ms. Daniels, that's what you have in the bank.
Anywhere between.
When are you gonna answer my question?
Judge, it's a difficult question for me. Because, sometimes I can have a promotion that's $500, or I can have a promotion that's $50,000 plus. So.
Ms. Daniels, you know I don't have a lot of time, right? I have other cases I need to get here.
I do understand that.
Right, so you obviously came here to waste my time.
I didn't.
You did, because I asked you a very simple question.
Judge,
On
I have
average.
a simple answer.
On average.
On average.
How much do you make in a year?
Judge, I'd like to say about, maybe about 30 to 100K.
Okay, 30 to 100,000?
Yeah.
So we just gonna take the high end so we can keep this moving, because you came here to waste my time and I do not have time to play with you. What are we doing? All right.
I do influence.
What do you influence?
I influence the world.
You clearly aren't influencing, you said the world?
The world.
Well, that doesn't include these 5 children because you don't even go and see them, right?
It's just been the last couple months.
Well,
okay?
no, excuse me.
Yes, sir.
You're influencing everyone but these children that you do not have anything to do with and you do not financially support. You said they were with you excuse me? What are we doing here? What are we doing here?
It's getting hot.
She trying to show you what she had
The BBL?
done. Yeah.
I'm not interested in the BBL. Let me tell you what I'm about to do. I'm about to make these numbers go BBL, okay?
Forget the drama. This is where it all gets real. The judge is done listening to stories, no filters, no distractions, just raw truth. What's a BBL worth when your kids are left behind? Watch closely. This is the moment where justice stops being polite and starts being serious.
Judge, can I speak briefly?
Briefly. Make it quick.
Quickly, in the last few months, it has been a downtrend due to inflation and all that stuff. People aren't paying as much.
How much was your BBL?
I didn't pay for that.
How much was it? How much was it?
I mean, I got more than the BBL. I had tube sock titties, so I got the boobies, then I got the booty, and then I got all that. So he probably paid $35, $40.
You are about to pay child support. You have 5 children total, or do you have other children outside of these 5? That are under the age of 18?
No, I don't.
Okay,
They're grown.
so just the 5 children, right?
Yes.
All right, so 5 children, that is going to be at the 40%. And you said health insurance was about $350, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So your child support, you're looking at monthly. So with your testimony being on the high end of $100,000, that's what I just based your child support off of. So, I was going to make it higher than that and do it like the $350,000. Then that would make you cap out. But
I think you should do that.
Well,
no.
If I have to accept her testimony is true, but I don't really think that it's going to help her too much because her child support is still going to be pretty hefty. So I have your gross at $8,333.33. That brings your net to $6,512.07. So $6,512 times the 40%. That brings your child support amount to $2,604.
Is that a week, Your Honor?
How often are you paid? Are you paid by the day? You paid by the month? How are you paid?
Judge, it just depends. I would
She
say
just
no.
answered my question. That's a monthly amount.
I mean, that's
How
great
she's
money.
paid, it'll just break down, but the amount is $2,604 plus.
I could give you that.
Plus
You need it.
$350 reimbursement for the children, so that brings your monthly rate to $2,954.
I got it. Can the kids stay with him now?
That's right.
The kids will continue to live with him because that's who they live with, and obviously
They can stay.
you care more about a BBL than them.
That's not
Right.
true.
And we don't know when she's gonna run off again with the next guy.
No, next guy. I'm good.
It'll be a caprice this
I'm
time.
good.
Oh, okay. So we're good with the numbers then. Is there anything
Great.
further? All right, is there anything further that you want me to know that's related to this?
Judge, briefly about visitation. How does that work?
The kids are gonna stay with him and you guys are gonna work that out at a
we don't get
different.
along very well, as you can see.
Well, obviously, but I mean, they need to stay with him and probably see you on weekends if you're so busy.
That's my busiest time, Judge. I can't do weekends. Maybe Monday to Tuesday.
Well, they go to school.
Right, and I'm at work.
Are you gonna get them to school?
I
No,
can't.
You can't get them to school.
she don't have a car.
You don't have a car?
She make all that
please.
money,
Oh, you a lie.
but ain't got no car.
You better go see the rose outside.
What kind of roses? I love roses. What color?
I just said rose, like rose gold color.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
because I know we weren't talking about that other one. But
no, we're
anywho,
not
that's
good.
neither here nor there. Is there anything further, Mr. Cliff?
I think that's all, Your Honor.
All right. Well, if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
She had time for surgery, for selfies, and for strangers, but not her own children. He worked 2 jobs just to keep the lights on. In the end, the court made her pay. But was it enough? Did the judge go too easy? Or just right? Drop your, take in the comments, and subscribe for more courtroom truth.
All rise for support court with Judge Vonda B. Judge, this is case number JVB1070, Allen case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay, Miss Allen, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, basically, my sister came and dropped her kids off 9 months ago and hasn't come back for them.
In this case, a woman drops off her 2 young kids with her sister and never comes back. What follows is an emotional courtroom moment where the judge tries to understand why a mother would choose to walk away from her own children.
How old are the kids?
4 and 7.
All right. What do you mean she dropped them off and hasn't come back?
Well,
I mean, tell me the story. Like what
so
happened?
for one summer, she just, called and said, hey, I need to, would you like your niece and nephew for the summer? And I said, sure, So I took care of them because I know she works hard and she, is, attending school at night. And I don't have any kids, so I, volunteered to help out. But she hasn't come back for them, nor does she give any financial support. So I'm here.
Okay. And you want your sister to pay child support to you for her 4-year-old and her 7-year-old?
Yes.
Okay. Are these boys, girls?
The older one's a girl, and
Okay.
the younger one's a boy.
Okay. What about health insurance?
She pays the health insurance.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to her?
I love my niece and my nephew, and I don't necessarily want to keep them from her, but if she needs my help and I can help, then I want to, but I need her help also. So
All right.
That's it. I'm not trying to be ugly or malicious to my sister. I want her to do well. I just need help.
Understand. Okay. Ma'am, what is the reason that you dropped your children off with your sister and haven't been back to get them?
I just decided that I don't want to have kids.
Excuse me?
I don't want to have kids.
Yeah, well, you already had them, so they're yours. Your sister is raising them. Don't you think you should want to get them back? Or you don't want kids at all? You don't want the responsibility, anything?
No, I just don't want to have kids anymore.
Okay, interesting. Now, What about the financial part of it? What about paying your sister child support to take care of your children? I mean, you don't want them. You're not raising them. They've been with her for the past 9 months. So wouldn't you say it's fair to give her some money for them?
I don't really have it. I only make like $40,000 a year.
But you're making money, okay? Do you live alone?
Yes.
You live alone, you make $40,000 a year. She said you pay health insurance.
And I go to school at night.
Okay. Well, that's good. You don't want to, what are you going to school for? Let me ask you this first.
For fashion.
Fashion, okay. You plan to make a lot of money with that?
Hopefully one day.
Do you intend on getting your kids back at some point?
I mean, I don't know. I just know how I feel right now, and I just don't want to have my kids. I just want to focus on my career.
So let's talk about that. Did you just wake up one day and say, I don't want to have kids anymore, and I'm going to send them, make it seem as though I want my sister to keep them for the summer, when really I'm just going to drop them off and never pick them back up? Like, how did you get to that point?
It just kind of happened, and it
kind of just happened? Are you dating someone?
No.
Were you dating someone?
Yes.
Did they have kids?
No.
They didn't want your kids around?
I mean, not necessarily. I just...
So was that what started this? You not wanting your kids because the person you were in a relationship with really didn't want your kids around?
Well, no. It's just, I just want to focus on my school, and I work, and so that's like my whole day. And
you have to understand why this is hard for me to process, right? You know, because myself, I'm a parent, and I'll do whatever for my kids. That includes career, whatever. So to be sitting across from you and you're very adamant about that, it's really shocking for me. So you'll have to excuse me if I seem a little taken back. It's not making sense, ma'am. What it sounds like to me is that you ditched your kids because of the relationship that you previously had. You're no longer with that person.
Right.
Which means you can go get your kids again, right?
Well, now they've just been there so long, it's maybe what's best. And
well, 9 months is a long time in the sense that you go without seeing them and taking care of them, but you can still make it right.
It's easier for her, Judge. My apologies to just, outburst, but it's just easier for her, for me to have them, basically.
And this is what you're okay with doing?
Yeah.
You can feel it right here, the tension, the heartbreak. It's not just a custody case anymore. It's a moment where responsibility is pushed aside and the judge isn't just processing the facts, she's processing the pain. And you can tell she's struggling to stay composed.
Okay. All right. So this is what we're going to do. You said you make $40,000 a year. Health insurance, how much was that?
$80.
$80? Okay. And that $80, that's for both of the children?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So this is what we're going to have you do. We're going to have you continue to pay the health insurance. At least make sure the kids stay insured, okay? And you have to keep working because you're going to pay your sister child support. You understand that, right?
But I don't make enough.
Did you think you were going to come in here, not take care of them, and not pay child support?
Well, I just think...
I need to hear this.
I just think they're doing okay and she can do it.
Right, but she needs financial support. Your sister doesn't have any children. You dumped 2 kids on her. And the fact that you think that is okay is unacceptable. You dropped 2 kids on her and you don't even want to pay for them. But what did you think we were doing here today? You think I'm sitting up here so you can waste my time?
No.
Okay, so you'd agree with me, you should be paying your sister something, right?
Yes.
Okay. When do you graduate from school?
In May of next year.
Okay. Where are the children's fathered?
I don't know.
For both, or I mean, do they have the same father?
No.
Okay, so where is the 7-year-old's dad?
He's somewhere. I don't know. I don't really know.
What about the 4-year-old?
He's present sometimes. He comes around sometimes.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, you understand what's going on here today, right? I just want to make sure that you're completely aware of everything that's going on today. You're going to walk out of this courtroom today paying child support to your sister. You understand that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if you don't understand, I need you to tell me you don't understand, okay? So we're clear, you understand.
Yes.
Okay. So you said you make $40,000 a year, giving you credit for health insurance that bring your gross to $3,253. Your net, $2,798. That's 25% for 2 children. That brings your child support to about $699.50. We're going to round it up to $700. That's what you will pay your sister monthly.
I just don't think I can afford it. I have to pay for school, and that's really what my priority is right now.
Well, your sister's priority is to take care of your children. Your children. Not her children, your children. So as long as she's in the position that you put her in, you're going to have to make it work. You graduate next year, you can find a job. A better paying job than what you have now, right? Is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay, so then there's no confusion. Do you have any other questions?
No.
Are you upset with her?
No.
Oh, okay. I was just making sure because I don't believe she did anything wrong. Miss Allen, do you have any other questions?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
You're welcome. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you.
His wasn't just about child support. It was about waking someone up to what parenting really means. The law made her pay, but will she ever show up as a mother again? What do you think the right outcome was? Drop your thoughts in the comments and subscribe for more real court drama.
Judge Vonda B. Court is now in session. Judge's case of Brown.
Thank you. You all may be seated. Okay, Mr. Brown.
Yes.
You brought this case before the court?
I did.
What's going on?
Well, she left when our son was 11 months old. He's 10
11
now.
months?
11 months, yes. And she chose to pursue her career.
Wait a minute,
over being a
I got
parent.
hung up. You said 11 months
11
and he's
months.
10 years
And
old
he's
now?
10 years old now. She chose her career over being a parent, although she wanted to be a parent, and left me with the child. It's been hard.
For 10 years, this father raised their son alone. No help, no support. Today, in this courtroom, he's not demanding revenge. He's asking for recognition and for the mother to take responsibility. What follows isn't just a legal battle. It's a fight for fairness, dignity, and a child's future.
I do what I can do. I take care of our son. She's still chasing her dreams. Nothing wrong with that, but she did decide to have a child, and I just want to know what happened, some kind of financial compensation if she's chasing her dreams and making all the money she wants to make. Maybe she can just throw some money our way, and that'll be fine.
Fine, and I agree with that, ma'am. Is there a reason that you have not paid this man child support? He's been having your son for 10 years.
He said throw some money their way. What that mean? Throw some money their way?
Would you clarify for her
Well,
what you
if she
mean by
doesn't
that,
want
sir?
to be in his life and be around and be a mother, and I have to be the father and the mother, then maybe I should be compensated for being the father and the mother.
You mean by her paying child support?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Child
That's all he
support.
looks for is money.
Well, he would
Okay,
like to play baseball.
it takes more than air to raise a child, ma'am. You have to pay something. What else do you want him to receive to be able to raise this child? I'm listening.
And our child has dreams.
He needs to get a job and stop trying to depend on
no,
me.
what you need to do is listen to what I'm saying and answer my question and not worry about what he has going on. Everything is about you right now. Nations. Because this child has been with him for a long time, and to go without any sort of financial assistance, and based on what you've turned in, you've made money and you have not given anything to him for your child, it's absurd.
I've been throwing money his way, and I don't know what he's been doing with it, because I make over $85,000 a year.
Excuse me?
Over $85,000 a year.
You make over $85,000
Over
a year.
$85,000
She hasn't given
a year,
you any
and I've
money,
been-
sir?
Not too much, and really,
Not too-
the thing is,
This dude is lying.
The thing is-
lying.
Excuse me.
care of a kid.
What kind of career does she have?
She's an esthetician.
Okay.
Eyelashes, taking care of people's eyelashes.
Okay.
She makes pretty good money at it. Actually, she's good at her job.
And
I
she
will give
worked
her
hard
that.
for it too.
However,
Ma'am.
diapers and
Excuse me, sir. All this extra and this attitude, I'm the only person that can have an attitude in here, okay? Yes, it's right. So I'm gonna need you to tone it down a little bit, okay? Thanks. Go ahead, sir.
and our 10-year-old is a growing boy, and he has a lot of things he'd like to do, and it's very hard for me. I don't want to get any government assistance. I would like to do it as best as I can on my own. However, I can't go back to school and take care of our son and have a job and run a business. Is very hard, and
I imagine so.
it is.
I imagine so. What expenses does your son have him?
He has normal childhood expenses, food.
Is he involved in extracurricular activities?
Yes, he likes to read. He likes games. I like to keep him with electronics and things to, spark his interest.
What type of extracurricular activities?
He
does
likes
do?
go-karts, motorcycles. He likes race cars, train sets, video games. He likes going out to the park, going to the lake, and all that.
Ma'am, do you hear
costs
all
money.
of that? All of that costs money.
It sure does, and like he said, I've been throwing money their way. What
Every
has
now
he
and
been
then,
doing with
it hasn't been consistent.
By now you can feel the pressure building. He's poured out his truth and now the court has to decide. But notice her silence, the deflection. As the judge prepares to rule, the emotional weight of the last 10 years finally begins to shift. This is the moment everything changes.
It's not very big and
And
consistent.
it clearly cannot be consistent. Otherwise, you wouldn't have a reason to be here.
Does he have a job? Can you ask him that question?
Ma'am, you know what? He's taking care of the child.
Doing what though?
The child lives with him, correct?
Correct.
Right. So whether he works or not, it doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is that he is raising you all's child, and you're not doing anything consistently. So we're going to make that change.
According to him, though, right?
I want to see you do the same. After I finish
According
with
to
these
him,
calculations. Okay. So, who carries health insurance?
Currently.
Obviously not him.
Do you carry it? Do you carry health insurance for the child?
Ask him.
Do you carry
You
health
seem to be the
insurance
one
for
with all
the
the information?
ma'am?
Well, see,
You know,
that's
you-
the problem. I have a hard time communicating with her. Communication.
I'm having a hard time communicating with
the
him.
health insurance. It's kind of hard right now.
So he doesn't have any health
He has no
insurance
health
coverage
insurance,
right
no,
now.
He has no health insurance.
Lord, please.
So we're going to fix that right now. So according to your own testimony and your tax returns and your 1099s, it does equate to about $85,000 a year. So what we're going to do is order you to pay child support. Based on your gross, it comes out to $7,083.33. And right now the child isn't covered on any sort of health insurance coverage, so you're also going to be responsible for obtaining health insurance for the child, okay? And I'm going to order you do that within 30 days. That's what you're going to have to do. I have your net resources at $5,138.10. So your child support obligation monthly, and giving you credit, how many other children did you say?
I have 4.
4, okay. So giving you credit for your other children, your child support obligation comes out to $698.78. And I'm also going to order you pay back support to this man. He requested in his paperwork that you pay back support to him. It's known as retroactive child support. In Texas, it can go back the last 4 years. So, in calculating what your monthly child support obligation should be for the past 4 years, child support back pay is $33,541.44. And I'm going to have you repay that monthly at $1,000. So your total monthly obligation is $1,698.78 for a child support obligation. Any questions about that?
As long as he get a job and stop living off of me.
You know what, ma'am? He can't be living off of you if you haven't given him anything consistently.
That's according to him.
Okay, well, you haven't provided me with anything different. Okay, so, exactly. Is there anything further, sir?
No, not too much. As long as she doesn't want to be around and she's willing to financially help support him, then maybe I can go off and further my education and be a better father and mother.
Sounds good to me. So, if there's nothing further from either of you, you all are dismissed.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, you know what, ma'am, cut it.
She didn't just owe him money, she owed him accountability, and today justice caught up. If you've ever felt like you were left carrying the weight alone, this story was for you. Drop a comment, subscribe, and let us know. What would you do in his shoes? Your voice matters too.
All rise for support court with Judge Vonda B. Judge, this is case number JVB 2005, Campos case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay. Is it Miss or Mrs. Campos?
Mrs.
Miss, okay. You brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, I'm bringing my son to court to see if I can get some assistance for his son, my grandson, Julian. He's 6 years old. Juan and Julian's mom were together up until about 3 years ago.
Okay.
Had a good life, beautiful home. They were set. Then one day he comes to me. I've never talked to her since she left him. She abandoned him. She abandoned the whole family, including...
Sometimes the people who deserve the most help are the ones quietly holding everything together. Today's story is about a grandmother who stepped up when no one else would, and the son who forgot what it means to be a father. Let's see what really went down in Judge V's courtroom.
Including the grandson. So he comes and he says, look, she's gone and whatever. Okay, I just need some help with Julian. Well, last year, Grandpa passed away.
I'm sorry about that.
Thank you. And things have gotten tougher because of that. So to the point where I came out of retirement. I'm Ubering when Julian's at school. And his life hasn't changed at all. He's still literally in the house that he was in when they were a family. And he doesn't visit, like, Julian's like detached from him because it's been 3 years that he'll come around.
I do see him.
You know?
I do see him.
And
I'll get to you.
And
okay.
He
Sorry,
comes around, but I don't get any financial support. I don't see that his life has changed at all. And we had to move out of the house that me and my husband shared. And unfortunately, in this big city, the best place I could find is literally a 1-bedroom. So thank goodness Julian's small right now. He can sleep on the sofa without too much discomfort. I have the bedroom. And so when he comes over and visits, of course he can't stay because there's no place for him to stay. These are his words. He can't stay. And Julian he's just like some man that comes over because he comes over so rarely. What really ticked me off was a little bit back ago, he went and bought Julian some clothes. He also bought himself some clothes. But what my grandson had told me was that if he could have some shoes like Juan. And I said, what do you mean? He got you some new shoes? No, he said, we went to the mall, we got his clothes, his shoes, and then he stopped at Walmart on the way home and got Julian stuff. I guess because it's cheaper. I get it. I mean, for Julian, he's getting Walmart from me, he's getting Walmart from him.
But Julian was with him.
He was literally with him, and he took him, and I thought they were gonna, you know, maybe things had changed with him, whatever.
If I could please explain, Your Honor.
You can.
Okay.
After your mother is done.
Okay, sorry, Mom.
And And then since my husband's passing, I need to get medical insurance for him. You know, anytime, even to take him to the free clinic is not really free. I've still got to pay whatever the prescriptions are. And then the finances, you know, I mean, so I went and tried to get him some medical coverage, food stamps. Well, they tell me no, because with the Medicaid, they needed his information. They said that he's under child support. The mother has been paying the state child support all these years.
Okay, wait. So she's been paying child support to him?
Apparently so. I haven't seen one dime.
Okay. All right. And so Julian is under Medicaid.
I couldn't get him under Medicaid
because you couldn't get him.
I couldn't. That's how I found out about the child support. When I asked him about it on the visit that he made to buy the clothes, he said that no, he doesn't get in it. He doesn't know where it's going to this and that. But I know Juan. There's that money. He knows what I'm talking about. You know, he knows he's getting it, but I'm not getting it.
Okay, so you just want one to pay child support, and you have the opportunity to get health insurance.
Well, according to them, yeah, health insurance. Because I'm paying out of pocket these last 3 years, and I understood that they wouldn't even qualify him for Medicaid because, according to them, he's got medical coverage. But I don't know where that medical coverage is.
Under mom.
The mom or him or somebody's got him covered, but I don't have the information that I need to go take him to the doctor.
I understand. I follow you. Well, is there anything else you want me to know? Because there is some information I need, and you just don't have it, and hopefully. Okay, so let's move over to Mr. Campos. I'm not going to call you by your first name.
Okay.
Mr. Campos. Okay, so is it indeed a fact that you have been receiving child support from the mother of your son?
Yes, I have.
Okay. And you didn't tell your mom?
No, I didn't feel the need to.
Okay, wait a minute. Is it true that your son, your 6-year-old, has been living with your mom for 3 years?
Off and on, not totally all 3 years, off and on. I do.
What do you mean by off and on? Like on the weekend when you pick him up, or when you pick him up and go with him?
I'm a promoter for a club, so I do need help, and I thought that was the agreement to go ahead and help me when I'm out of town, you know, and I'm not, as she says, I do have the house, but I'm really there, you know, and I do need help. He can't stay by himself in a house that big at 6 years old. I don't know. I know I couldn't, but.
Okay. Well, you'd agree with me that help means that you need to give her something, right?
And I do pay the health care, the $150. I do pay that.
Oh, wait a minute. So that's the missing link here. So you pay health insurance for your son already?
Yes, I pay the $150.
Why didn't you tell your mother that? Why haven't you given her a health insurance card? Why haven't you given her anything? That's not fair.
It's not, but I paid for it. I thought that was, you know, all I needed to do from my side. I didn't realize I needed to tell my mom everything.
What do you? It's not serving Julian.
Wait a minute, Mr. Campos. Who takes him to the doctor?
Well, I haven't recently. You know,
okay,
when she
so
helps
it's
me
fair
out.
to say that your mom probably does it, right?
Yes.
So wouldn't it logically follow that she needs an insurance card or the information?
Yes, and it's just that
So you're letting your mom take your son to the doctor, and they have to call you or something to verify his insurance? That just does not make any sense.
Your Honor, excuse me, they don't call him to verify. I didn't know this. Everything has come out of my pension or my Uber money, tips or whatever. I had no idea until I tried to file for these services that they said that Julian was getting child support. And I have told him, hey, I mean, I've got my son's phone number. I have told him, hey, this kid doesn't feel well, this is going on, that's going on. Even for a physical, for him to play the T-ball. And
so you're paying out right now. She's literally paying out of pocket, but your son is covered under health insurance.
Yes.
So your mom is not only taking care of your son's medical needs, she's taking care of his daily needs.
Mm-hmm.
Let's pause for a second. This grandmother is paying out of pocket for everything: healthcare, clothes, food, while the father is sitting on child support money and doing club promotions. It's not about money, it's about responsibility. And clearly, he left that behind 3 years ago.
And you don't want to help her?
I do want to help her, and I thought she had all the help she needed. When Papa passed away, he left quite a bit of money for her, and I thought,
Okay,
it would
you
help.
just said keywords. He left quite a bit of money for her.
Yes.
Not for your son.
Yes.
Not for you.
Yes, and she keeps talking about going to Uber and such, but that's a pretty nice ring on her finger she has there. Don't know how many
your
tips are
dad
needed.
got me years ago. This is not something I bought in the
And
last
why
3
does that
years.
matter?
Because she says she does Uber and such. I mean, if it's really that low,
Oh
wouldn't
my
she?
God, Mr. Compose. No.
Okay,
You
sorry, Your
obviously
Honor.
came here to waste my time. What kind of club promoter are you?
Well, I'm sure you've seen me around, probably.
No, I haven't. You don't look familiar at all, but you're looking real unfamiliar right now. I can't even tell this is your mother right now.
This is my mother. I left her
Well, I
dearly.
can't tell. You're not paying your mother. You're not helping your mother. She helped you. But I don't believe that she intended to help you for life. I don't believe she intended to raise your son. I mean, she raised you.
Yes.
She's a grandmother, for crying out loud.
Yes.
Your Honor, when my husband passed away, and since he lives alone in this big house, I told him we were gonna have to move to a one-bedroom apartment, or we could come stay with him. I'd have my private room, Julian have his private room, and he would have his private room.
Yeah, so what's the deal with that? You're okay with your mother in this one bedroom. Why can't she stay in the big house?
Well,
Inconvenience, he said. It would be very inconvenient.
How big is this house?
She's
How many
mixing up
bedrooms
my
we're
words.
talking?
Maybe 800 square feet most, maybe 2-bedroom, half closet. It's not as big as she's saying. It's not as big as she's saying. It's
My apartment is 800 square
And
feet.
you're describing a room in the house that's 800 square feet?
I may have my math wrong a little bit. It's not that big as she's saying. It's really not.
How big is this house? How many
It's
bedrooms?
in the nice houses in Plano, so you can imagine. It's not a. I mean, it's a nice house.
Okay.
Because him and Julian's mom both do this promoting thing.
Oh,
and
okay.
they can
But
do
she
it
just
from
took
everywhere.
off.
So they're
I no longer see
but
her.
She
I
left.
no longer see her.
But she was making good money, like he makes. I don't know to the penny what he makes, but they were living very, very comfortably. And but he started this since Julian was born, the free babysitting. That a grandmother that loves her kids shouldn't have to be paid and this and that. I never asked him for a dime. I didn't need to. But since becoming a widow, it's become critical.
Okay. All right. Mr. Compose, how much money do you make a year?
48,000.
Really?
Yes.
You make $48,000 a year and you live in this big house in Plano?
Well, then that's where all the
And
money.
club promoting?
That's where all the money goes to the house to make sure it's I have so many members
Plus
in
the
the
child
house.
support. They didn't give me the amount because I'm not on the case, right? But who knows how much she's paying.
How much do you receive in child support? Because if she makes that kind of money,
Just $1,000, and that's in that
Just
40.
a grand?
You know how much that would have
everybody
helped?
does not receive just $1,000.
Yeah.
Everybody don't receive that.
Well, and that's why I paid for the 150.
You came here to waste my time. What is it? What is the amount? So you pay yourself $48,000. You pay yourself that, right?
No, it's from jobs that I try and.
How much is your rent, Mr. Compose, or do you pay a mortgage?
No, rent a month is about $1,500.
Okay, so $1,500 in rent. What your other expenses look
Your
like?
Honor, he doesn't rent. They did a big, huge housewarming party. That is his home. Him and her bought that home. It's not a rent.
So you really are wasting my time.
I am renting it. I'm not sure where she's getting that from.
They had a huge, and as families talk, and we're gonna try to pay off the house early, and we're gonna try to even upgrade, but they didn't stay together.
So wait a minute, you closed on this house?
Oh yeah.
I may have
so you
fogged
own
up the
it.
details a little bit as it was a heartbreaking. I don't
So
want to
it's
go
a deed
into
in
it
that
as much
folder
as
over there. You have a deed.
a deed.
Yeah.
Yes, I do, but it's
Okay,
just...
so you own the Miss Compose. You own the home.
It's-
Do not come in here and waste my time.
The details have just been foggy since...
You've been getting over on your mother. That's not gonna work on me, okay? I was not born yesterday.
Okay.
All right? So let me tell you what we're going to do. We are going to have the child support that you received, that $1,000, we're gonna send it over to your mom.
Your Honor, if there's any way we can...
Yeah, hold on. I'm not finished. And I know you want to hear this.
Okay,
That's just mom's portion. You're going to pay too. So mom is going to be getting what? About, let's see, you said 40. Now I'm going to take your word for it. I'm going to take your word for it at that $48,000. All right?
Okay.
And you said $150 in health insurance?
Yes.
All right. So your gross comes out to $3,900. That brings your net to $3,280.28. And how many children do you have?
Just the one.
Just how many?
Just the one.
Just the one child?
Yes, just Julian.
All right. All right. So 20% of that brings your child support to $656. And that's giving you credit for the health insurance. So you have to continue paying that health insurance of $150. Child support to grandma is going to be $656, as well as the reallocation of the $1,000 that you received from mom going to grandmother. So grandmother's amount in child support monthly is $1,656, which $656 belongs to you. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay. Grandma, did you understand what I said?
I did understand. He's the only one thinking that I'm a fool. Now I understand why he didn't tell me about that medical coverage, because he would have known that I knew enough. I retired from the state. He knew that I would have known enough. Well, if you've got insurance, the card's probably got the mom's name under, whoever it comes under for Julian. And I would have put 2 and 2 together and figured there's some child support following that too. But I just didn't think that he would sink that low. But I again didn't think he'd be taking Julian to Walmart after he goes mall shopping either.
Yeah, and what's that about, real quick?
Well, he's 6 years old. If I get him some 11s, he's gonna mess him up in a day or so.
Okay,
you
I
know?
said real quick. That was too long. That doesn't even make sense what you just said.
Okay.
You can wear 11s, but your son can't. Shame on you. Do better, Mr. Compost.
Yes,
You know, I
Do
just noticed, I asked him for a confirmation necklace because Julian is fixing to make his first Holy Communion. And he's got that big, huge thing. I bet you it's not even fake, that necklace. And he said, oh, I just can't. I can't do it. I can't afford it. I can't, you know. And I knew that his mortgage was not $500, because I thought, well, then I should move to Plano to the big houses, because apparently they're giving them away over there. But with that money that you're saying that we're eligible for, we wouldn't have had to sell the home that me and your dad lived our whole lives in, that we raised you in. Had you just done that, I could still be in that home that I cherished so much. And you knew that I loved that home.
Well, if you manage your money right, then maybe you still would have the home.
Mr. Compost, shame on you.
I'm sorry.
Shame on you.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. And I need this for my promoting this.
And I need you to do better. How about that?
Yes, Your Honor.
That's what I need you to do.
Yes,
I need
Your
you to
Honor.
do right by your mother. I'm not here to counsel you or anything like that, but to hear that she had to sell the family home, but that's kind of heartbreaking. That is. You can only imagine the memories that are gone, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
So I need you to do better. And until then, I need you to keep working so your mom can get the $656, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Is there anything further?
No, ma'am.
All right. Is there anything further,
No, ma'am.
Mrs. Compost? Okay. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Justice was served, but let's be real. It shouldn't take a courtroom for a father to support his child or respect the woman who raised him. To all the grandparents stepping up, you're the real heroes. If this story moved you, give it a like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear it.
Support court with Judge Vonda B is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB1062, Sanchez case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay, Mr. Sanchez, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Okay, Your Honor. I'm want to sue her for child support because, you know, my kids are always with me, and she's always at work. You know, she's always working for the hospital. You know, yeah, we said back then that we could do this together as one. I went so much as far as swapping complete schedules. I started doing overnight shift now, just so I can be there for my kids and everything. And she was supposed to be working for mornings, which she was, but she volunteered for more hours, and even when she's not at work, she's just never home. I don't know where she is. She doesn't call us. She doesn't call our kids. My kids are always wondering where she's at, and you know, I myself, sure, she can do what she wants as long as she lets me know where she is for her own safety. But my kids always wonder where she's at. They always for days at a time. She's never home, and we broke it off several weeks ago, and only with my income alone, I can't really just do it with just me and my kids, especially that one has autism. I've always got to take her to the doctor and whatnot. And for these past 3 weeks, I have not seen or heard from her, even as so much as trying to help out with the kids or anything like that. So I can't get it. I'm surprised she's even here at court today. And honestly, I've caught her having some painkillers that I would only assume she's taken from the hospital she works at. She's either on painkillers, or sometimes I'll find needles around and whatnot. So I know she works at a hospital, so she's got to get the drugs from there.
Okay. Is there anything else you want me to know?
I just hate that it's really around the kids. The kids find it before I do most of the time.
Oh my.
Yes.
The judge has heard enough. The truth is out, and it's turning against the mother. We're just moments away from a decision that could change everything. Will justice be served? Will responsibility finally be claimed? Stay tuned. This courtroom is about to explode with the final ruling.
Ma'am?
But you don't sit there and spend quality time with your kids. You say, here's food, and leave.
I mean, the tablet works just fine. They can just eat and watch the tablet. Like, why is that a problem?
Because.
So you want to raise a child off of a tablet? You think that's
I mean,
okay?
they have educational stuff. I don't see what's wrong with it. Like, I need to go to sleep at some point in time.
Interesting.
Me, personally, myself, I sit there with my kids and I open a book with them and I help them with their homework. I feed them. I'm not much of a good cook, but I do what I can to put food on the table and spend time with them. It doesn't matter if I lose sleep over it. I mean, that's why I went to overnight, because I want to spend time with my kids. I went to overnight.
His shift to
as he
spend more
should.
time
He's
with
a
the
dad.
kids. As you should. You're a mom. The audacity.
I mean, but I have a more important job.
I mean, how many times are you going to say that? I mean, you have the audacity to say that he's a dad and he should do these things, but you're the mom and not doing these things. He changed his shift. Why can't you?
Because it's inconvenient to me.
I've actually heard a couple times to where she says, I gave birth to him. It's your job to take care of him.
You believe that?
Yes.
Interesting. Wow. No, that works. That's not how any of this works. You are going to financially support these children, and I'm going to make sure of it today. And you may want to look into trying to do a shift change yourself so you can spend some time with the kids. I mean, obviously, I can't court order you or force you to spend time with them, but you should want to spend time with the kids. And I mean, considering that one of them has autism, you should want to spend more time with your kids.
I mean, I get it, but it's too much work having a kid with autism. That's why I just leave it to him, because he's better suited for that.
Right. Yeah. No, I'm not about to do this game with you. Since you left a month and a week ago, have you given him any money for the children? I don't need an explanation either. It's a yes or no.
No.
Okay. Thank you. All right.
She's actually asked for money instead of giving.
And then you have the nerve to ask for money and the kids are with him?
I mean, he has an obligation to give me support.
You know what? I'm not about to play with you. You came here to waste my time because you have the same obligation to your kids. He should not be paying you anything if the kids are with him majority of the time, if they're living with him. If he is the primary parent, he is tasked with the daily duties of caring for these kids. He shouldn't pay you anything, ma'am. And it is ridiculous that you believe that he should.
It's his job to take care of them, and I shouldn't have to spend
You know what?
money.
Don't say that again about what his responsibilities are and what his job is, because you're a mom. Period.
I mean, but I didn't sign up for it. Like,
countless times I've told her, yes, it is my job to take care of our children.
And you're
as a
doing
dad. And I'm doing well beyond.
She's not disputing that you're doing that.
Yes, and I feel
But
like
you're not doing your part.
I feel like I'm always not doing enough for my kids.
I mean, but
and
you
only
also
because I don't
forced
have
me
my
to have
other
the
half.
kids. Like, I don't know why you're doing that.
Because
you don't want to have your kids.
I mean, like, when I was pregnant, I told him I didn't want them because I wanted to go party, and like he was just like, no, we got this, and like, how was it my fault? He wanted them, I didn't want them. So,
but you kept them.
No, the first we've talked about having kids and we've wanted kids.
I know, but
once
like
she
when
got
we were
pregnant,
older,
once she got
not right
pregnant and
now.
she knew she couldn't do what she needed anymore, or really what she wanted anymore, then it was just oh, this baby's really an inconvenience to our lives.
I mean, but you know
this
what, I
child
like to
support
party.
payment is about to be an inconvenience to you as well, because you're going to pay child support. Whether you wanted them or not is beside the point. You had them, they are here, they are your responsibility just as much as they are his responsibility. So $60,000 a year. I have your gross set at $5,000. Your net is $4,101.87. Medicaid reimbursement based on 9% of your gross is $450. Do you think you can get health insurance through your employer that's cheaper than that for the children?
I mean, I guess, I don't know.
You don't want to look into it?
Not really.
We work for the same company. Yes, she does.
Oh, okay. So this is what we'll do. You just go ahead and pay that, and you can roll your eyes all you want to. I can roll my eyes too. We're just going to have you reimburse Medicaid that full $450. So that brings your monthly child support obligation for 2 children to $1,025 plus the $450 reimbursement to Medicaid for $1,475. Now, it looks like Dad also requested for you to pay back pay for that month and a week that you left and haven't given the children anything. I'm going to grant his request. So you have arrearages in the amount of $1,475. That's to be paid at $25 a month. So your monthly child support obligation, including the back pay, is $1,500. You have any questions about anything I just said?
I mean, I just feel like it should be less. What am I going to be left with to party with? Like, what am I going to do?
I don't know, maybe pick up some extra shifts or work a part-time job.
Or take care of your kids.
Don't, you know, if she doesn't want to take care of her kids, I really don't care at this point. I just want to make sure he gets...
The judge ruled in the father's favor, forcing the mother to cover the child's needs. This moment wasn't just legal, it was emotional. If you want more real courtroom drama like this, don't forget to subscribe and tell us in the comments, was justice truly done here?
Judge Vonda B court is now in session. Judge, this is the case of the Kennedys.
Thank you. You all may be seated. Hey, Mr. Kennedy, you brought this case before the court.
Yes, ma'am.
What's going on?
So I'm sharing custody with our 12-year-old daughter now, and I'm just wanting a little more help with finances because as she's getting older, expenses are getting a little higher, and sports, dances, going out hanging with girls, and yeah, I just want a little more help on my end. I'm paying insurance already. And,
Okay. How much are you paying in insurance?
$130.
All right. And what is your daughter's name?
Autumn.
Autumn. Oh, what a beautiful name.
Thank you.
Autumn. Okay. So what type of expenses does she have that are increasing?
Yeah, so she's doing volleyball right now, and we're thinking that she's going to be doing that in high school as well.
Okay.
So it just, athletic wear and then traveling, going to places. I want to go and support her and as well as her, but I'm the one having to drive and take her if I don't want her to ride the bus because I don't feel her safe doing that.
Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to her?
She's just a growing girl, and girls are expensive, as they say. So.
I mean, we are. We have a lot of stuff that we need. So, yeah. Ma'am, is there anything you want to add or subtract from what he said?
Yes, Your Honor.
I do feel that he's trying to take advantage of my new relationship.
Okay, tell me about this new relationship.
Well, you know, I can't really help who I have fallen in love with. So my new husband is a fantastic provider. However, I do get an allowance, and it isn't as much as you would think coming from, well, my husband's a CEO of an energy company, so.
This custody case takes an emotional turn as a father asks for more financial help raising his daughter. But when the mother reveals she's married to a wealthy CEO and receives a weekly allowance, things get tense fast. What follows is a revealing, eye-opening courtroom exchange you won't forget.
You would expect a huge allowance, but obviously he has to protect all of his hard-earned income.
What type of allowance do you receive?
About $500 a week.
$500 a week, okay. All right.
So, which really isn't that big a deal. I mean, obviously.
That big a deal in terms of the amount of money, or you paying child support for more in child support for the child living with him and having increased expense?
Well, I don't think it's that big a deal to Mr. Kennedy because he has a pretty healthy income himself.
But you do understand his income does not have anything to do with an increase in what you should be paying in child support, right?
Yes, I understand that, but what I don't think has been considered yet is the fact that I set aside furthering my education, though I wanted to pursue that, so that he could go get his MIS degree and then a master's in something. So I'm not sure that it's fair. I would like to consider all the money that wasn't spent on me that should have been spent on me while we were married.
Okay, yeah, no, that's not how this works. And sir, she says she gets a $500 a week allowance from her husband, and who is a CEO of an energy company. Briefly, how much money does your husband make?
I'm really not sure.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's a lot.
It's a lot?
I think so.
When you say a lot, is it like in the 200,000s, 300,000s?
Well, the car that he drives was about 200,000. So I'm thinking you'd probably have to
You
make
only
more
get a
than that.
$500 a week. You know what? That's not my business. That's not the reason I'm here. I'm not going to even entertain that.
That's what I was thinking too.
I'll just move on.
Wow, she's getting $500 a week from a man driving a $200,000 car, yet she argues that child support is unfair. The judge handled it perfectly, calm, clear, and sharp. This moment really shows how financial privilege doesn't always come with emotional accountability. The court wasn't buying excuses.
Sir, do you know how much money her husband makes a year?
I don't, but he's the Steve Jobs of the town of energy, so to say.
So let me ask you this. Are you expecting her child support to be based on his Steve Jobs?
No, his success has nothing to do with me or my daughter or our daughter. And like I said, I just want a little more help because she's getting older, and you know, if she's happily married with whoever and how big his wallet is, that is totally up to her.
Okay, well, I'm glad that's not what you were doing because you can't do that anyway. But what we can do, ma'am, is make you pay more in child support because at this point you've been paying zero. Because from what I see, you're a stay-at-home mom, which is absolutely okay. But you do understand that your child has increased expenses, correct?
Yes, I do see that.
Okay, so after yes, I do see that, that means that I don't need any further response. So you understand that, right?
Well, how much are we talking about?
We're going to base it off that $500 a week allowance that you make. Okay. So based on that, I have your gross at $2,000 a month. After you take out the calculations for the taxes, your net comes out to $1,662.53, okay? That would give you a child support obligation of $266. However, you also heard him say that he pays $130 $130, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
In medical insurance for the child. You're gonna have to reimburse that to him. So in addition to the $266 a month for child support, you add the $130, your child support obligation monthly comes out to $396.
Can I say something?
Sure, but make it brief.
Okay, well, I don't know if he's still subscribing to the same psychic, but she charges, I think it's $412 a month.
Okay.
And
what does this psychic have to do with these numbers?
Well, because I just feel like if he can afford the psychic, then maybe he can afford the insurance. And I guess I feel that that is money that could have gone towards my education while we were married.
Okay, well, I've already said no to that. That has nothing to do with me. I mean, you should address that in your divorce, obviously. And whatever he pays, if he in a psychic, if he chooses to do that, that has nothing to do with your responsibility, your financial responsibility to your daughter. So if there's nothing further from either of you, you all are dismissed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
In the end, the judge made it clear, child support is about the child, not lifestyle or past sacrifices. It's a reality check for anyone trying to dodge responsibility. Have you ever seen a case like this? Let us know in the comments. Your story could help someone else.
It was probably my kid's toy that he was putting in her ear. Wait. No. She wants to talk.
We're wrong. It's defamation.
I got receipts.
You ain't talking about money. I don't hear nothing. Play with strippers on some video game, but the girls shaking their tail on the table, on the pole, with the coinage.
We need a little help.
Okay.
It's hard out here.
You pick up garbage?
16, 12, and 9.
All rise for support court with Judge Vonda B. Judge, this is case number JVB1087, Lewis case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. All right, Mr. Lewis, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
All right, Your Excellency. First of all, I want to say how good it is to be in front of you, because I know you are a fair judge and you gonna hear this right, because, a brother needs some help around about now.
Okay.
But my ex over here, Vagelina, she need to be coming up off the insurance money for these kids. She has not given me any help as far as taking care of these kids. And then she want to play sports. I need help.
Some court cases are just legal paperwork. But this one was chaos, comedy, and heartbreak all in one. A dad asking for help, a mum fighting back, and somewhere in between, 3 kids just trying to grow up. Watch this one to the end. It gets real.
All right, how many kids are we talking?
3.
3? Okay, what are their ages?
16, 12, and 9.
All right.
Who kids are 16, 12, and 9? Go ahead.
You don't know?
He don't know it. Go ahead. I'm waiting.
Oh, okay.
Next. Don't worry.
So did you say the wrong ages or something?
16, 12, and 9.
Okay, I got you. Continue.
Okay, let's be straight up. 2 of the kids, mine.
Okay.
I just take care of the little third one because she won't come around.
Okay.
I mean, he all right and stuff like that, but I take care of the third one. He all right. He's straight.
Okay.
But I don't get any insurance payments or any assistance. When these kids have to go to the doctor, when they have to be out of school because one of them hurt their leg or their arm or something like that, well, I didn't really want to.
I don't think the mother should pay child support to the father. You're the father.
Came and picked them kids up when they had that versus battle.
Okay.
She came and picked them up.
All right.
Other than that,
was it something special about that battle?
them kids wanted to see it, so she was down for it and stuff like that. Other than that, you ain't come pick them up for Easter. Not one Easter. One.
Okay. I went to take the maintenance guy over to check out one of the units that needed to be serviced, and my husband was there sticking a toy in a young lady's ear.
Wait. Your Majesty, that's a declaration.
That is not a declaration of nothing, sir. You were decimating that lady's ear, sir.
First of all, both of you are saying the word wrong. It's defamation, okay?
$750 a month on top of the insurance that I pay a month. And he just got a new car.
Okay.
And I believe he is about to move.
But he would need a car for the transportation of 3
There
children.
was absolutely nothing wrong with the.
How do you know nothing? How do you know nothing was wrong with his car?
I'm there every week at least twice or 4 times to pick up and
That
drop off.
doesn't mean that nothing is wrong with
Pick
his
up and
car.
drop off.
Excuse me. That doesn't mean
He
that
got a
nothing
new
is
car
wrong with
because
his car.
he let his new girlfriend get the other car.
So are you mad about that?
No, I'm not. I'm mad that my money is not going to my children, and he has me in court asking for more money.
How do you know it isn't going to the children?
My children tell me, Mama, we don't have food in the house.
Do they
Mom,
tell you that, or
they
you
do
ask
tell me
them?
that. Oh no, I don't have to ask them.
Well, and while
any
we're on the
question.
subject of the children, how old
Please
are
do.
they?
My children, Earth, Wind, and Fire. Our children.
Well, he said
are
one
seven-
of them. He
are-
said one of them is not his child.
No, all 3 of them. 7, 9, and 11. 7,
That's far
9,
You see
and
what I'm saying?
11.
You see
And
what I'm
yes,
saying,
I do
Judge?
want them to play sports because he have them at home playing video games where they're learning to play with strippers on some video game that the girls shaking their tail on the table, on the pole, on the video game. That's what he got them doing, and he want more money because I want them in sports.
What kind of sports are you
I just
trying
want
to
them to
put
play
in?
football, basketball.
Are you
They
going
can do
to
tennis.
cover
I
that
do not
expense?
mind.
Okay.
I actually want them back. My son walked in on him and his friend with a stripper, with the coinage, because he only makes what?
The young
Come
folks
on
say
now.
these days, I got receipts.
I
Okay.
have receipts also, ma'am.
So it sounds like we need birth certificates too,
Let's
because
do
y'all don't
it.
know how old these
Let's
kids
do
are.
it. My son said he stays high. How would he know?
Oh.
I got a witness.
Bring
Okay.
Excuse me, Your Honor. Excuse me. That's supposed to be my witness. What did you?
It didn't turn out that way today, Your Honor. Didn't turn out that way.
Okay. So she is your witness.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what is your name? Yes.
Shantae.
Okay. Did you forget your name?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Now, Miss Shantae, what? And you will not
I got
disrespect
quiet. I got
and
quiet.
disrupt her.
I get quiet.
Okay, please. Thank you. Now, Shantae, what's going on? Has she been giving this man $750 a month, or is
No.
his account
No,
true
ma'am.
that it's only $700 or so dollars?
There's
in total?
only $785 that's been given the whole year.
Okay.
The whole year.
Okay, Miss Shantae.
So where's
Are
the
you
rest
sure?
of the money?
Wait, Miss
Excuse
Shantae.
me. No, you wait. You wait. You wait. I'm about ready to have my bailiff escort you out of here.
Square business, Your Honor.
You too.
I've been taking care of you.
Both of you. And Shantae, I know you just did not sit in this witness seat and start talking.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
Yeah, don't be sorry. Don't do it. I'm going to tell you just like I told these two. Only answer the questions that I ask you, all right? Okay. So you're saying she's only given $785 for the entire year?
For the whole year.
Okay. And dad is being truthful about them living with him and everything like
Yes.
that, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what is your relation to this case? Because she said you were her witness.
Her witness? No.
Okay, so what is your relation to this case?
I'm his girlfriend.
Oh, okay. All right. So what you're saying is truthful about everything going on?
Correct.
Okay.
I've been taking care of her kids for the last year.
All right.
It was probably my kid's toy that he was putting in her ear.
At this point, it's just a circus, accusations flying, a surprise girlfriend witness, and zero focus on the kids. But soon, the judge steps in, and things get serious.
And if I have any outbursts while I say this, your case will be reset, okay? Everybody got that? Everybody
Yes,
clear?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right. So you asked for back child support. So we are going to grant the back child support to dad because based on his testimony as well as his witness's testimony, you've only given $785. You didn't bring anything in here with me, any receipts to show that, well, here's the deal about evidence. Testimonial evidence is still evidence. So until you bring something that can go against what he said, I have to assume it's true because you guys raised your hand and swore that you would tell the truth, right? So that's what we're going to do. You're going to reimburse him. I will give you credit for the $785. Now, if you bring something in here to show different, we can do different. But $750,
$785.
I mean, excuse me, $785, you subtract that from what it should be for the past year is $8,215 that you owe in back child support that is going to be paid to him monthly at a rate of $100. Then on top of that, how much is it that you make a year?
Yeah, you just took it out.
$200K, Your
She
Honor.
makes $200,000 a year.
Okay, all right.
$200,000 a year is what she makes.
Okay, thank you. Now, nothing else while I'm talking. Okay, thank you.
But they just
health insurance, $200. You get credit for that.
Oh no.
Your child support, because you capped out, is going to come out to $2,760 plus the $100 reimbursement, bringing your amount to $2,860 per month.
So we brought the same type of evidence in here, and because he's hunching his, I have to pay the month.
Okay, that was inappropriate, first off. Second off, I made my ruling.
Which was a great ruling, Your Highness.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Sure was.
You almost didn't get it because of this behavior. All right. Are there any other questions?
No, ma'am.
As I said, if you can bring testimonial evidence is evidence. Now, you saying that he didn't do it is not going to be sufficient. You have another witness over here who says that you haven't done it. So am I supposed to just believe, wait a minute, am I just supposed to believe that you have done it? You said you do it by direct deposit, right?
I do.
So that means you should have some slips to show that
but
he's
he
not
don't have
telling the
any
truth.
either. He just have the mouth that he landed in.
Okay, well, here's the deal. I said what I said. You didn't have anything. Is there anything further?
No, ma'am.
No, Your Honor.
You know what?
Okay, if there is nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you.
In the end, truth came out, even if it was loud, messy, and hard to hear. The judge made her call, but these kids still deserve better. If you felt something watching this case unfold, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more real courtroom moments that matter.
With $7 million in child support and then $7 million, and then I didn't have any proof that I was already paying insurance. And
She's speaking.
Because he left them at home alone, and the cages are, and my baby's just sleeping on the floor now.
It was the numbers you played for the Mega Million. Don't try that.
Earth, Wind, and Fire, how old are they?
Earth, Wind, and Fire
Because
is,
I'm looking at birth certificates. I don't see a birth certificate for the kids per se. You took a trip to Disneyland?
I don't want Veg money or her insurance money. Can sting you, Justin.
All rise for support court with Judge Vonda B. Judge is case number JVB2000, Tyler case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay, Miss Tyler, you are back and it looks like you have some binders with you.
Yes, ma'am, I do.
This is your evidence that you didn't have the last time. Okay, all right, and we are on much better behavior today, correct?
Okay.
No, yes?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So, what's going on?
Well, last time, you hit me in the face real hard with
How did I do that? I didn't get off the bench.
I mean, I'm just saying, it was with $7 million in child support and then $7 million, and then I didn't have any proof that I was already paying insurance and all these other great things. So I brought my insurance, receipts here, and then I also brought.
Oh, now she paying insurance.
And also,
excuse me, Mr. Lewis.
This case isn't just about money. It's about a mother fighting for her kids' safety, while the father tries to justify spending child support on a Disney trip. What happens in this courtroom is shocking, emotional, and real. Watch what unfolds when truth meets receipts.
Your Grace.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Continue.
I also brought proof of some current situations. I am hoping I get my children back or get all the child support away and just pay the insurance until I get somewhere else.
Okay, so let me make sure I got this right. No child support, health insurance update. So the only thing you want to pay is health insurance?
Correct.
Okay, I got it.
For her children.
Mr. Lewis, You remember last time we were here, right? I got up and left. You remember that?
We won't cause that again.
Okay. And the last time I let you all do a whole lot of talking, okay? We're not gonna have any of those outbursts, are we? We're on our best behavior
no, ma'am, Your
today,
Grace.
right?
No, ma'am. No.
So sorry I have all these documentation. But I also have a letter here from his brother stating that yes, I have been picking the children up like I'm supposed to, which is every week, three times a week, which is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
He got really creative with this letter.
I did. I wanted to make sure it was all facts and that you could read it and you know, it comes out exactly how it needs to be. But also it states in there how he lives with his mother now because the money for child support is not being used for housing. They got evicted, so now they live with his mother in his little old shack in the back where the dogs in the cages are, and my baby's just sleeping on the floor now. So the money that I'm paying the child support, I don't know where it's going at this point.
That's what we're doing, babe. Okay.
You know, anything that you send that doesn't really say for a child support is considered a gift. So.
In his name?
But no worries.
I'll definitely look at the highlighted portions.
No worries.
I would definitely look at the highlighted portions of.
Also behind in that binder, there's also my bank statements showing where child support has been taking monthly payments out of my bank account as well.
Okay, I see that. I see that with the highlighted in orange, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Certificates tell you 16, 12, and 9.
No, they do not.
What they say then,
What
Badgie?
what year?
Badgie Pooh, what they say
Excuse me. What years were Earth, Wind, and Fire born in?
Answer the lady.
No,
but it's your time to talk.
No, Miss Tyler, it's actually your turn to talk.
Oh, okay, it's back on me. Great. Which one?
Just when things couldn't get messier, the father throws in jokes about the kids' names and their ages. But beneath the humor, the judge sees something else. A pattern of avoidance, deflection, and emotional immaturity.
Earth, Wind, and Fire, how old are they?
Earth, Wind, and Fire
Because I'm looking at birth certificates. I don't see a birth certificate
don't
in
act
yours.
like that. You know it's 7, 9, and 11. Don't act like that. You know it's 7, 9, and 11.
Them was the numbers you played for the Mega Million. Don't try that.
And it had to be the numbers you paid for the Mega Million, because
Ma'am,
that's
I
not
don't
what
know
these
what
birth
he done
certificates say.
finagled up there, but my birth certificates were proved
God is good.
7, 9, and 11. That is real crazy that your birth certificates are different from mine when mine are originals and yours are copies. That's what I don't understand.
Well, his is actually a photocopy, so it's
photocopy. If mine are originals and his are photocopied, then aren't my dates and my sex and the names on my birth certificates are the ones that are correct?
You're most powerful.
I don't understand it now.
So I have a question. I have a question because normally this is not how evidence is presented. I'm just giving, because you guys are representing yourself and it's obvious you don't know what you're doing. Do you object to her evidence? Do you object to his evidence?
I solely object to anything that she brings to this court.
Okay, hold on,
so what
hold
are the
on,
kids'
Miss
names
Tyler,
again?
Miss Tyler, hold on. What's your legal objection?
Because I guarantee she didn't even show you the Cash App stuff. The Cash App stuff didn't have
Mr.
no memos
Lewis.
on it.
Mr. Lewis, I asked for your legal objection. You said you object. What is your legal objection?
Councilwoman, I'm objecting that she's bringing in falsified documentations because she's saying she has paperwork from my brother saying this, that, and the other. I ain't seen my brother in 16 years. Me and him don't talk. And I'm staying at my mama's house because there's some stuff going on. That ain't got nothing to do with it.
Okay,
The kids there.
and the letter that came from the brother, I did tell you it looked colorful. And you said you did something to it, right?
No, I just made it professional to make sure that it came across professional.
Okay,
That's what I
got
did
it.
to it.
And what was your objection again?
She probably did something with him, so that evidence that she's trying to present you is tainted.
Okay, tainted, and you mentioned something else about it being a fraudulent document or something like that?
Yes, because she...
Okay, so let me put this thing back on track. I will not entertain the letter because he objected that it's fraud and it's forged, and you admitted that you made it more professional, so you actually altered it.
I didn't touch it at all. All I did was print it off, and he typed it up, making it look professional as, hey, don't make it look like trash when we print it off.
Oh, okay. So, okay,
That's
I got you.
professional.
That's all you did
That's
was print
all
it
I
out.
did to
Okay,
it.
so you didn't alter it.
No.
All
Your
right.
glory.
So
Your glory. She says that she has
Your
bank
who?
statements. Your glory.
Okay. I have a lot of names from you.
Baby, ain't they?
Anyway, your glory. She said that she has bank statements. You can't get a bank statement from the package store. They don't have a receipt for
What
you.
are you
She did
talking
provide
about?
bank statements.
You go to the package store when you get paid and cash your check. Don't try.
Excuse
We've
me.
seen you several times.
Excuse me, Mr. Lewis, 1 second. Miss Tyler, you still haven't answered my question.
Which was it? I'm sorry.
About the year your kids were born.
7 years ago, 9 years ago, and 11 years ago. What's
Okay,
that?
see, both of you came here to waste my time.
What's
you give me
that?
all these documents.
What's that?
And, you know, I'm thinking you giving me things that are legit.
They are.
What it is that she said that is untrue. Is it true you got evicted? Yes or no?
I mean, what the?
Yes or no?
I ain't get evicted. I got put out, but you know.
What's the difference? Mr. Lewis, come on now. What's the difference?
All right, so check it out. So we were all together with a friend. The friend happened to hear about this case and what was going on, and the payment that we received behind our delinquency of child support and insurance. So they tried to up the rental payment that I was making, and I wasn't for that. So I just took them kids to Disney World and stuff.
So what she said was true then. You didn't use the money for the kids per se. You took a trip to Disneyland?
I took them to Disney World.
Yeah, but who paid for your ticket?
She did. What you mean?
Her child support?
Yeah. I'm the legal guardian. I had to be with the kids, but see,
Right, but
more
you
to
understand that child support is for the children, not for your flight and all of that kind of stuff.
It's for the support of the children. If I was not
To
there,
support
who was
them to
going
go see
support
Mickey
them?
Mouse?
Yes, them kids been through all kind of psychological drama. They got PTSD from their mommy and with my mother at this
Okay,
present
so
time.
that is also true what she said.
Yes, ma'am, Your Highness.
All right, and it's also true that you've been using the child support to take the children to Disneyland, including yourself.
That was once.
Okay, what else have you been doing with the money?
Well, I have been furthering my abilities to elevate in my employment.
I've been licking boots.
Basically, what's taking place?
So you
is
going to
We'll be
school?
moving. No, we'll be moving. We're going to be moving from the state. I found a new job that's going to be paying more.
From the state?
Yes, we're leaving this state.
Okay, so you're planning on moving?
With my money. So you waiting on
Is
deposit from
that
me?
a yes or a no? You plan on moving?
Yes, ma'am.
In 2 weeks?
I plan
Okay,
on-
so this is what we're going to do. I'm going to grant her request, and I am going to stop the child support, because if you move, that means she does not get to see her kids like she would see them now. So the child support will be stopped, and you will be ordered to continue paying health insurance. You already plan to move.
Your
You
backslide, your toy buddy, she didn't tell you that.
Excuse me, Miss Tyler.
You ready?
You already about to move. And who, ma'am, you were a witness last time. You're not up here today. Okay, thank you. Now, you are already planning to move. All right? So that's a material change, don't you think? You move, and you've admitted to using the money for reasons outside of the children. Yeah, no. So she is not going to be paying you child support anymore. Now, if for any reason you decide to come back, if there is any reason you decide to come back, maybe we can address it then. But she does have also sufficient receipts. She has there are some receipts that say the 55. She was given 55, but it also shows where she's giving you $500. She's giving you $125. It doesn't matter. At the point of it is,
Do it have my Cash App name on it?
She admitted, yes.
You sure?
I can't say what it says, but yes, it's you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's me then.
Okay.
You know, if you say it like that.
All
you
right.
know that.
So that's what we're going to do. I made my ruling. You're going to keep paying health insurance.
Before you stop, I need you to do this. With us moving, I don't want Veg money or her insurance money. You can have the kids or not. We out of here. That's what I just wanted to make sure you knew. We out of here.
Your
whether she
Honor,
pay or
what
not.
does that mean? Wait a minute. Hold on. What does that mean?
We leaving. We going to the California.
Okay, so the kids going with you, or they're going to stay here with
She
Miss
might can keep
Tyler?
fire if that's what she want to call. That little girl named Mark.
Anywho, I've made my ruling. She is going to continue maintaining health insurance as long as the children or living with you, or even if they at some point live with her, the children have to stay insured, okay?
Do you want them?
I want them today because you're not going to make my kids move into no cardboard box.
Oh, well, it sounds like, excuse me.
The judge cut off child support and called out every excuse. But here's the question. Did she make the right decision? Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you want more real courtroom moments like this, don't forget to like the video and subscribe.
My kids in that daycare, I don't want to be in that
What's
daycare.
wrong with the daycare?
They're full of germs.
My ex-husband is a germaphobe, and
I'm paying for the daycare that I don't want them to go to, and I have them at night.
And what was the other age?
18 months.
18 months? I mean, it's nothing wrong with them going to school already. Pay her off of $62,000 a year because I can assure you it will be more than $500.
All rise. Judge Vonda B court is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB 1009, Moore versus Davis.
Thank
Court
you.
is in Ms. Moore.
Okay, thank you. You all may be seated. Okay, Miss Moore?
Yes, ma'am.
You brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, my husband, or I'm sorry, ex-husband, we have a mutually beneficial agreement with our children where he keeps them at night and I keep them during the day.
Okay.
But my job no longer allows me to stay home with them during the day, and I would like for them to go to daycare now during the day, and he does not want them to.
Okay, how old are the children?
2 years and 18 months.
Okay, and you already picked out the daycare you want them to go to and everything like
Yes.
this? How much is it?
It is $500 a month.
$500 for both children?
For one child, so it's $1,000 a month for both children.
Oh, okay.
It's a nationally accredited daycare.
Okay. That's not bad for 2 kids. What's your opposition to that?
Well, I don't think they should be in daycare. I think she should stay with them like we originally planned. I didn't get a chance to check out the daycare. I just would rather them stay with her mom or...
This one hit different. A mum trying to do right by her kids. A dad paralyzed by fear. And in the middle, 2 toddlers, caught between logic and love. Sometimes court isn't about who's right. It's about what's fair. Let's watch what happens when fear meets responsibility.
One of our family members.
Okay, did you let him know which daycare?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
He was invited to go meet the teachers and do the tour, but he opted not to go.
So you did have an opportunity to go?
Yeah, I was invited, but I don't really want my kids in that daycare. I don't want to be in that
What's
daycare.
wrong with the daycare?
They're full of germs. For starters, I mean...
This courtroom is full of germs.
Okay, but children germs, they're next level.
Okay, do they disinfect the daycare?
I don't know that.
Right, you don't know. So you haven't even had the opportunity, you haven't taken the opportunity to try to do any kind of research.
Okay.
But the fact that there are germs at the daycare, I mean, that's not a good enough reason why you don't want them in there.
I would rather them be with family, people we know.
Okay, I mean, that's a valid point.
This is more than daycare. She's out there saving lives and he won't even tour the building. That's not about germs anymore. That's control. And the judge sees it too.
Your Honor, may I say something?
Yes.
I'm a doctor. I'm around germs all day. This is one reason that we did not work out.
It's a big problem.
My ex-husband is a germaphobe, and he feels like if the children aren't kept in a bubble basically all day, that something terrible is going to happen to them. But that's no reason. That's no way for these kids to live. And I have to go save lives every day, while he just sits in his living room, hermetically sealed off living room.
That's dramatic.
Well, it's not that dramatic. What's dramatic is he wouldn't even show up for this tour at the daycare so he could see that it is a clean daycare. It's nationally accredited. Also, our children would have loved to have seen you.
Okay, look, with all due respect, I don't even want to be in this courtroom, Your Honor.
I can understand that. Sometimes I don't want to be here.
I don't want to be here.
So, I mean,
but I'm here. I'm here for the kids, and I would prefer if they weren't in a daycare, if they were at one of our family members, where we can give them special instructions on cleaning and what the children need to stay healthy.
well, I definitely understand, and I agree. In a lot of cases, it is good for the children to be around a family member and everything like that. However, age 2 years old, and what was the other age?
18 months.
18 months. I mean, it's nothing wrong with them going to school already. You do want them to start learning a lot of things. You just do. There are some things that you guys are not going to be able to teach them at home. Not that you can't, it's just you may not have the time to do it. So I don't think that's necessarily a bad idea, but I do think it's a good idea for you to go and speak to the teachers, look around the daycare, see about the cleanliness of it and everything like that. And you guys should just work together and co-parent. So the agreement is just going to stand what it is. You guys keep doing your agreement where you have your time with the children, and you keep rotating like that. Nobody should pay child support in this type of situation. But what I will do to make sure that daycare does get paid is that you guys split it. So $1,000, you pay $500, you pay $500, and it's going to go through the Attorney General of Texas. And that's just the best way to do it, because that at least ensures that the children's daycare is paid for month to month.
Okay, but now I'm paying for the daycare that I don't want them to go to, and I have them at night. She's supposed to be responsible for the day. If they were in night care, I would pay for it, and I just don't see how this is fair. She makes 3 times as much money as I do.
Right, but you guys have been splitting the children, right? You've been splitting the children, and it's not a bad idea. And honestly, that's a very reasonable cost for 2 children at a daycare, because a lot of times, especially the younger a child is, the 18-month-old, it could be more expensive than that. And I think that's fair. Or, I could base, let me see, how much money you make a year? Let's see. Your document says $62,000?
Yes, ma'am.
Would you like for me to base child support that you pay her off of $62,000 a year? Because I can assure you it will be more than $500.
Then no.
Okay, well, in that case, is there anything further between either
No,
of you?
Your Honor, thank you.
That'll be all? That'll be all from you? Okay, where you all are dismissed.
The judge didn't shame the father, but she held him accountable. She balanced fairness with reality and made sure the kids came first. That's real justice. What do you think? Was the judge too soft or just right? Let me know. And if this hit you too, hit subscribe.
I think she knows she's a mom, but she kind of, because I'm not the one that got pregnant on prom night. You wouldn't be having this problem.
I paid for my tuition for college.
Well, I can appreciate that.
Your child, pull the covers over a little higher.
I give her a kiss goodnight.
She wakes her up, Judge.
I actually don't know.
All rise. Support court with Judge Vonda B is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB 1061, Lopez case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Ms. Lopez?
Yes, ma'am.
You brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Judge, I have a really great daughter. However, we have a kind of a bad situation. My daughter seems to be so busy sometimes that I think she knows she's a mom, but she kind of has other responsibilities that she's kind of putting in the forefront of everything. And so it's the last 2 years it's kind of gotten difficult for me. We have one baby girl, her name is London, and she's almost 2, and my daughter is trying to go to college, work.
This case is tough. A young mum trying to balance college, work, and motherhood, while the real parenting is done by her mum. It's emotional, messy, and brutally honest. Judge Vonda steps in not just with law, but with truth. You're about to see responsibility collide with reality.
Be a mom and everything else that she wants to be. And so it's just gotten to a point where it's kind of ridiculous because I need some assistance financially. And unfortunately, I'm not getting it.
Okay. All right. And do you pay health insurance for the child?
She is on Medicaid right now because we qualify for Medicaid.
All right. Okay. Anything else you want me to know before I move over to her?
That's pretty much the brunt of it. So I'll let her speak her piece and see if we can maybe find a resolution today.
Okay. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
So I am a full-time student, college student.
Okay.
So I'm spending most of my times, at nights going to school. But on top of that, I also work for the university during the day.
What do you do?
I'm actually an intern, full-time intern for the psychology program. And so.
Is that a paid position?
Yes, it is.
How much are you paid?
Well, I just got a promotion.
That's good.
50,000.
Okay.
I just feel like I work, all day. I go to school at nights. I don't come home.
Congratulations. We all work all day.
Yeah, I don't get home until like midnight, and I mean, I don't really see why it's a problem that my mother, the grandmother of my child, has to.
Well, because I'm not the one that got pregnant on prom night. You wouldn't be having this problem.
Okay.
That wasn't my decision.
Okay, but you're my mother, right?
You
always said you wanted a grandchild, didn't you?
I had one child, yes, I wanted a grandchild, but it would have been nice if you would have got married first and had someone to share the responsibility with, not me.
I can't do it by myself though.
You're not doing it by yourself.
I'm trying to use that money, right? So that way I can pay for my tuition for college.
Well, I can appreciate that, honey, but you know what? Your main responsibility is being a mom.
I agree with your mom. This is your child, and you said something very key while you were talking. You said grandmother. Right. You're her child. She raised you. It is not her responsibility to raise your child.
Right.
It is your responsibility.
I just feel like I don't really have to owe her anything.
You don't feel like you should pay your mother? If your daughter were going to daycare, you would be paying the daycare, right? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you feel like they should be paid?
Yes.
They're taking care of your child, looking after your child, changing diapers, feedings. They should be paid, right?
Right.
Your mother is doing everything I just named, correct?
Yes.
So it logically follows that she should be paid too, right?
Yeah.
So what's your issue?
Well, she uses her money for the school loans, and I can appreciate that she doesn't want to have school debt.
Right.
But
yeah,
now that she's making more money, she's going to have to give me a little bit of that. They live with me. The house is paid. We don't have that bill. So I know she wants to be responsible and not have any debt, but mommy doesn't need to be having no debt and worried about diapers and all that too. And she does try to help, but it's just not enough. And now that she's got a promotion, I feel like she needs to take a little bit more responsibility. I've done everything I can, sweetie.
You know that I'm a double major, right?
I know that, sweetheart. But like I said,
I can't afford
London
to
is
do that.
important too. So
I know she is. That's why I leave her with you.
Mm-hmm. Well, just like I did a good job with raising you.
I leave her with you, and you leave your child with your mother and do not believe that your mother should receive some sort of financial assistance.
I feel like I give something back by being in school.
Right here, this is where it hits. She believes studying is giving back, but completely misses the fact that parenting is now a full-time job handled by grandma. The judge isn't buying it, and honestly, neither would any working parent watching this.
Once I do get that education,
What are you
that
giving
degree,
back by being in school?
I'm giving her.
What are your plans after school?
Well, I'm majoring also in psychology, so I planned on opening my own clinic, doing a clinical psychologist, and then from there I could, take care of my own daughter by then. I just right now need some
move
assistance. Yeah, move out.
And your mom still takes care of the baby?
No, I could take care of the baby by then. I just need a little bit of help
You
and
can
assistance.
take care of the baby by yourself now.
Thank you, Judge. I appreciate that.
So I'm still not hearing what your issue is.
My issue is just...
Because she's your mom, you don't believe you need to pay her something.
That's what I thought.
Because if you think about it, you really don't live there. You just going to sleep. Mom is taking care of the baby. You'd agree with me, right? If you're coming in at midnight, the baby is with your mom all day. You're literally coming to the house, not seeing the baby, because if it's at midnight, the baby is asleep, I'm assuming.
Right.
And you're going right back out to go to school and work.
I tuck her in.
She's already tucked in, so you just pull the covers over a little higher?
I give her a kiss
Sometimes
goodnight.
she wakes her up, Judge, and just to play
You
with her for a
wake
little
up
while.
the baby at midnight?
Just so I can give her a kiss, you know, read her little stories, so that way there is some sort of bonding between us, since I do work, you know, all night long and go to school and all that.
Oh, well, that's nice. But what's going to be nicer is you're going to give your mother some of that money for taking care of your child, because she is footing the bill. She's taking care of everything. And if you think about it, technically you're not even living with her. You're only staying there at night for a couple of hours. And the baby is with your mom. And I'm assuming this happens on the weekends too?
No, on the weekends she does stay home, and you know, she does help. And like I said, she does like that. She's like not like that girl that goes clubbing and stuff. She does take that responsibility serious.
Yes.
It's just her job and school, and now she's going to work full time. Now she's going to be working more with the promotion.
Right, because I got that promotion.
You know, that kind of leaves us with a little extra money and no time, because we hardly had any time now. I can't even imagine what it's going to be like now that she's going full time.
Okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to start your child support so you can at least give mom some sort of assistance. Now, at the time that you move out of the house and you have the child on your own 100%, mom is not babysitting. Mom is not, well, not even babysitting. The child is living with your mom.
Okay.
If the child is no longer living with your mom, your daughter is with you 100% of the time, then you can come back and see me to stop child support at that time.
Okay.
But until that happens, mom is going to receive some sort of financial break, essentially, until that time happens. So it's going to be based off your income, and you just said that you make $50,000 a year now. So at $50,000 a year, that brings your gross to $4,167. Your net is $3,516.78. There is a reimbursement to Medicaid. Now, you are working full time. You have access to health insurance now?
Yes, yeah.
Do you know how much it'll cost?
I actually don't know. I don't know.
Okay, this is what we're going to do, because Medicaid reimbursement is about $375. That's based on 9% of your gross.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure your health insurance is cheaper than that for your daughter only. So what I'll do is order you to be responsible for that health insurance and give you a credit of $100 towards the health insurance, okay?
Okay.
So that'll make your monthly child support obligation $803 to your mother.
Sorry, baby. You got to learn.
Okay.
Any questions? No? No questions?
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That ruling was fair and necessary. Grandma stepped up where the daughter stepped away, and the court finally gave her the respect she deserves. If this moment hit you like it hit us, share your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more powerful courtroom moments like this.
Posting on social media that makes you think he has more money.
Oh, he's living his best life, okay?
How good is he living?
Oh, he's living good. He's going on trips after trips.
You took what?
Some diapers.
He's 13. Engaged. How much was that ring you just bought your fiance? $500?
You can't look.
You came here to waste my time? She knows more about everything going on with this case than you do.
All rise. Support court with Judge Vonda B is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB1070, Flask case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. I know when I said I'll see you soon, I didn't know it was going to be today.
Yeah.
Okay, Miss Flask, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Okay, good morning, Your Honor. So,
Good morning.
I'm here today because I need some more money from baby daddy, okay?
Okay.
He's been doing a lot of social media stuff, and I'm like, oh yeah.
This case begins with a mother fighting for her son, not just for money, but for acknowledgement. She's tired, overwhelmed, and watching her child grow up without real support. But what happens when the system demands proof of pain, not just presence? You're about to witness that conflict.
Let me have some more money because my baby needs it. He's older, we're doing a lot more, and my baby's the first one.
Okay. All right. How much child support is he paying right now?
Well, my son is 13. We went to court years ago, so it's only at $100 a month.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. And you said he's 13 now.
Yes.
How old was your son when he was placed on child support?
It was like months after the baby was born.
Oh, okay. It was real new.
Yeah.
Okay.
As soon as it popped out, child support.
Oh, you didn't even give him a chance?
No, he was doing stuff while I was pregnant with my baby. So yeah, I already knew in my mind, social security number, sign me up.
What kind of stuff was he doing?
Just with so many women, and it's just like, it was just too overwhelming. I was pregnant, I was having complications during my pregnancy, and he just out in the streets.
Okay.
Still out in the streets.
Okay. What kind of stuff is he posting on social media that makes you think he has more money?
Oh, he's living his best life, okay?
How good is he living?
Oh, he's living good. He's going on trips after trips. He's flashing money. And he just recently flashed a little ring. I guess he gave one of his little chicks. A little ring.
He did, he did mention that he was engaged. This is your fiance that's back here?
Yeah.
Oh, he been to court already with the other baby mama, huh?
Well, not to put his business out there or anything, but he's...
Oh, we coming for you.
Okay, well, you all coming for him has nothing to do with me.
I'm sorry.
Now, this is your fiance back here?
Yes.
Oh, okay, this is the lady that you all work together.
Yeah, yes.
You, her, and the other child's mom.
Work at the school.
Oh, okay, I got it now. I got it, okay. Do you all get along?
I don't like none of them. Him, her, the other one, none of them.
I don't have an issue with anybody, Your Honor.
Okay, so...
I'm happy.
Okay, congratulations. That's a nice ring. Will I have to have my bailiff escort you out or anything?
No.
Okay, so you're not going to be making any loud outbursts or doing anything like that?
No,
okay,
I'm
and
cool.
you understand that's not going to be tolerated, right?
I'm cool. I'm
okay. Okay, all right. So as long as everybody has an understanding, we're good.
I'm okay.
Okay, all right.
I just need my money.
All right. So you need the money for your son, right?
Yes.
Okay. So is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to him?
I just want him to stop bashing me about what I do, because in the absence of him, I have to get out there and get it, I have to do what I have to do because he's not taking care of our son. I have to do it. My son wants to play. Oh, look at him.
Excuse me. Hold on one second, Miss Flash. Excuse me.
I used to be for the streets.
Excuse me. Is there something you wanted to address with the court? I see you trying to help him. Ma'am, that's not nice. You know exactly who she is. That is his fiance.
Not for long. He go through.
That's not nice. And you just heard me talk about having my bailiff remove her if she act out, right?
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I need to get my money. I'm so sorry.
Okay, and it's not your money. It's your son's money.
Yes, son's money.
Okay.
Son's money. I need to get my son's money, Your Honor.
All right. Well, in order for me to help you do that, you can't be, making outbursts, doing faces, asking who she is when you already know who she is. Let's not be ugly, okay?
Okay. I'm sorry.
And I need you to focus on me, and I need you to sit back there and just look pretty.
Okay, I can do that.
Okay, thank you. Now, is there anything else that you wanted me to know before I move over to him?
Did you get the fact of him, me, I have to do everything. I have to do everything.
When you say everything, what do you mean by that?
I have to work all these extra jobs, and at nighttime I have to go out and do jobs and stuff, and it's just, I'm tired. My son is older. He's going to be going to high school pretty soon. He wants to be fresh. He wants the latest, clothes and things. He's going to be in football and all the things, like football, basketball. He does all of that. And I'm paying for everything.
And you just want dad to help out?
I want my son's money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Got you. I understand. Okay, excuse me. This will be the last time I say it. If I have to say it again, ma'am, I'm just going to have you exit to my left. Okay?
Yes.
All right? Sir,
Yes, ma'am.
why aren't you taking care of your 13-year-old son?
First of all, I do take care of my 13-year-old son. The other day, I just took the Wombat some Pampers over there for him.
You took what?
Some diapers.
He's 13.
This moment says everything. He's flashing wealth online, claiming to be present, but doesn't even know his son is out of diapers. It's not about money anymore. It's about connection, effort, and basic awareness. And right now, that child feels like an afterthought in his own father's life.
How involved are you in this child's life?
I will be more involved in the child's life if the Wombat wouldn't act like she do.
What does that mean?
I don't never see him.
You don't ever, well, obviously, that's clearly you just said you putting him in diapers.
I don't never.
Are you getting him mixed up with your other kids?
I don't never see him.
He moved away.
And I did move. I moved a couple minutes, about 45 minutes away.
You went to go be with the other kids. That's what you did. I got the first baby.
Okay. And you act like $100 ain't nothing. $100 was
$100?
That's $100 more than what you had.
That's his shoes.
Before you get that $100, what you had? That's extra to it, ain't it?
Excuse me. Did you need my help?
I do.
Oh, okay. So I need you to address me and not him.
I'm sorry.
Exactly.
Okay. So,
This is too much.
And on top
you
of that,
moved 45 minutes away from your son?
it's really in the middle.
How close are you to your other kids again?
About 10, 15 minutes.
Okay, so you don't really visit with your 13-year-old then?
He ain't never at the house.
All right, and you just got engaged. How much was that ring you just bought your fiance?
About
How much?
$5,500.
$5,500?
But you can't look. Y'all going on social media just because you see and trips. Right now, the way thing is, you can go to Miami for $79.
Okay, and you're proud of going to Miami for $79, spending $5,500 on an engagement ring, and you do not even know that your 13-year-old son is not in diapers.
Man.
I need you to help me make sense of that.
Help me too.
Everything will be cool if she keep her family out of business.
Okay, what does her family have to do with this?
My family helped
My
out.
mother always bashing me. She always bashing me. Telling her son that I'm for the streets. I'm not for the streets no more. I'm engaged now.
Okay, he's engaged now. He's not for the streets
He is
anymore.
for the streets, Your Honor. When I tell you he's not gonna be with her for long.
How do you know?
I know him. I know him. He's
How
not
long were
gonna
you
be.
all together?
We was together like 6 months.
See that put me on trial for right
But I
there.
left. I left because I realized that he was for the streets. How am I big and pregnant and he got so many ladies? Like I
How
had
can
to
I be with
go.
somebody that got an OnlyFans?
Oh, okay. You know what?
No, you didn't.
Is he telling the truth though, ma'am?
That's nobody's business. I said I
But
have
I'm for
to
the streets.
hustle. I have to do things to make money because he's not taking care of our son.
Right, but how can you sit there and say he's for the streets and you have a page like that? I don't think you can blast him when you.
It's not the streets, it's the internet.
Oh, okay, I got it. So because it's on the internet, it's different from him being out on in the streets.
I have to do what I have to do. My son needs things. I have to get money. I have to make money. We're living a certain type of lifestyle that I have to keep up.
Who is we?
Me and my son.
Yeah, but you said he's going to start football and basketball. He's not in it right now, right?
Yeah, I mean, I know I looked up the prices and stuff and I know how much money I gotta get.
Okay, so how much is it going to cost for football?
The football is $200.
Okay.
Plus all the equipment and stuff, so it's probably gonna be like $500.
Okay.
For one, the team provides the equipment, the shoes.
No, they do not.
Sir, let me
You
ask
don't
you a
even know the
question.
team.
How much money is it that you make?
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Excuse me? Does she work for you?
No, we always...
Because it seems like I need to be talking to her because you cannot focus. She knows more about everything going on with this case than you do.
No, we just
do you
work
all need to switch places?
No, ma'am.
She need to pay child support for you?
Nah, no, ma'am.
Yeah. Oh, okay. And I don't think you want to pay child support, do you?
She can.
Okay, well, I need you to sit back there and
I
mind your
won't pay
business. Okay, but you are currently paying, and she has a right to ask for an increase if there has been a material and substantial change. And it sounds like it has, because if you've only been paying $100 in 13 years, and you don't even visit with your son like you should, then you probably should be paying more in child support if it increases her expenses. You'd agree with me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So how much is it that you make?
How we talking about weekly, yearly? Because I really get paid by the month.
All right. How much you make a month?
So I get paid around what?
How much?
About $8,000 a month.
$8,000 a month, and you don't give your son any money.
$100. That's not. I
$100. And you think $100? You think $100 is sufficient?
It was at the time. I made it.
How much money were you making at the time?
I was working drive-thru at McDonald's at the time, so I wasn't making that much.
Okay, so I'll ask the question again. How much were you making at the time?
About $350, $500 a week at that time.
Okay, you didn't want to be here today, did you?
At all.
Okay.
Didn't have one of them.
Right, but I understand your frustration with them, but don't come in here and waste my time. I haven't done anything to you. You'd agree with me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so $8,000 a month. You have 3 kids total. Okay, and you said $200 for football?
I said $500.
No, you said $200 for football.
And then I have to buy equipment, so I need $500.
Okay, so is what you need or what you looked up?
Son needs $500.
$500. What about basketball?
Basketball probably be about $300.
Okay. So that's $800, right?
Yes. I think I'm gonna put him in karate too.
She going too far, Nate.
You know what? You just came here to waste my time. So
I just want my son to be in everything. I just want him to be great.
It sounds like you want to tell me you want to put him in everything so you can get more money off of this man. And I'm sorry, I'm not here to play in your little petty games.
Sure,
and I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. So you know what I'm going to do? Since you came here to waste my time, I'm going to make sure I don't waste any more of yours. I'm denying your request and dismissing this case.
Really?
Really, I am.
I can't believe this.
Well, I can't believe you came in here to play these games.
My son needs some money.
No, it sounds like you want the money, ma'am. Is there anything further?
You know what? I'm over it.
Okay.
I'm making my
Well,
money.
I'm over it too. Did you need anything else, sir?
No, thank you very much.
You're very welcome. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
This case shows what happens when pain meets paperwork. The court needs facts, not frustration. But that boy, he still needs more than $100 a month. If this left you thinking, where's the justice? Don't just scroll, like, comment your thoughts, and subscribe for more eye-opening court moments.
I kept the father's last name for our son.
Oh, okay.
Mine is like $60.
$60 you have to say about this.
Well, you know, I kind of let her make those.
Boy, and I think we've done a great job raising him.
Health insurance. Who carries health insurance?
We split it.
Okay, good.
Okay, well, I'm okay with
the 550.
The 550.
I think the 550 is good too.
All rise. Judge Vonda B court is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB 1018, Stewart case. Judge, both parties have been sworn.
Thank you. You all may be seated. Okay, Miss Stewart.
Ms., I kept the father's last name for our son.
Oh, okay. You brought this case before the court. What's going on?
We were married, got a divorce a couple of years back. The last 6 years of our son's life, our son's 6, have been not easy, but between us, we're pretty amicable. We get along, and a lot of decisions we make together for our son.
This isn't a courtroom battle. It's a rare moment of respect. Two parents come together, not to fight, but to protect their son's future. As private school costs rise, they face a choice: continue payments or share the load. What unfolds next is surprisingly mature.
We're coming into this new decision here soon of what our son's going to go into for school and different programs. He has been paying child support, but the dues that are going to come up with school are going to be more. And I wanted to try and get more child support, hopefully to split the difference in the cost of that.
Okay, how much is he paying you right now in child support?
$430.
Okay. And what is it that you're asking in terms of the split?
Our son's dues are going to be $1,100 for the new school.
What school is this?
It's a private school, but he's a brilliant boy, and I think we've done a great job raising him. So to put him into a school that really fits his personality and his education level, I think we agree is important for him. So.
Okay. And what do you have to say about this?
Well, you know, I kind of let her make those decisions.
In terms of the school, you're okay with the school?
In terms of the school, I'm okay. I trust her. It's actually, you know, splitting it is going to be more on the front end, but it's actually less. I looked it up, and it's 9 months.
Okay.
At $550 will actually be less child support for me in the next year. So I'm not sure that's what she wanted to do. So I'm saying okay.
Okay. So you guys agree that you would split the $1,100? Is that what I'm understanding?
We agreed that we would split the schooling, but the trouble that we're coming into here is just the length of time. I don't want to go 3 months without having any child support, if that's what he's bringing to case.
Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, if we're talking about splitting the tuition, then we're splitting $1,100 in 9 months. That's less money for the year than if I just continued to pay child support to her. I'm okay with it, so if that's her decision.
What we're disagreeing with is just the length of time. I want to at least receive the $430 for the remaining 3 months if that's what decided. I'm not sure how that works in terms of the court, but
Yeah, unfortunately it wouldn't work like that. We wouldn't be able to do it like that because then we would be sending a withholding order to your employer for 9 months, and then at the 3rd month have to hope that it reaches them in time enough for the 3 months for it to go down. So it doesn't really work like that. So it either has to be something you guys agree on in terms of what it is, like the amount, the $550, and it would have to continue one for the full year. I mean, you think about it like this. Those 3 months, there are going to be things that your son will probably need while he's with mom that she will be able to get.
Yeah.
Definitely daycare. I mean, that's
I understand she has expenses, but so basically, if she decides that he's going to go to a private school, my child support is going to be raised 12 months a year, even though that's a 9-month decision.
Yeah, because it has to extend through the entire year. Otherwise, based on your tax returns, I can base your child support off.
Just when things seem simple, legal structure complicates emotion. The judge steps in, firm, fair, explaining why partial support isn't possible. What we see here isn't just math, it's how law meets life, and how even calm agreements must pass through the system's rigid frame.
For what it should actually be.
No, I think we're okay.
Oh, okay. I was going to say because
what would that look like?
Well, if we did it based off of your tax returns again and your W-2, you make $62,500 a year, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so health insurance. Who carries health insurance?
We split it.
Okay, good. You guys, double insured. That's very good. That's very good. So if we did your gross, how much do you pay in health insurance for the child?
I pay, mine is like $60. $60 a month is all on.
Okay. So giving you credit for the $60, that'll bring your gross down. Let me see. Minus the $60, that will bring your gross to about, let's say $5,100, net at $4,156.64. How many children do you have?
I have 2 other children.
That are under the age of 18?
Yes.
Okay. So that would be 16%. Yeah, your child support would be about $665.
Yeah, I think I'm okay with. I'm okay with the
550.
The 550.
I think the 550 is good too. I think it's good too. And I mean, you guys will be splitting the tuition essentially.
Since your insurance is better than mine, just because of your occupation, is there something? I mean, I am all about protecting our son on both sides, but if he was to have full insurance over our son, is that something that we address here, or is that something that we address outside of court?
Oh no, you can do it on your own independently. You can go ahead and actually drop your insurance if you would like, because he at least is still covered under Dad's insurance, and there will be nothing wrong with that. Okay?
So we'll discuss that after. Okay.
Okay. Is that all? You guys have anything else?
I guess, when does it take effect?
It'll take effect the 1st of each month. So
if today's the 3rd, then it doesn't take effect until the 1st of next month.
Until the 1st of next month, yeah. Okay. All right. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
This courtroom saw something rare. 2 parents choosing peace over pride. No screaming, no dragging each other down. Just a quiet agreement to invest in their son's future. In a world where courtrooms often echo with pain, this one whispered, cooperation. It's not always easy, but it's possible. And sometimes, that's enough. If this gave you hope, like the video, share it, and subscribe for more real moments from the courtroom.
This girl here don't want to take care of her kids. I've been basically the 4-year-old been with me since he was a baby. And now I do wigs, lace fronts, all of that. So when people do these old hussies hair, she want to follow and live the good life. A Happy Meal. Maybe every kid love a Happy Meal. No clothes, no shoes.
Wait a minute. You all don't get along, but you trust her enough to have your kid? I'm not about to play with you. I'm not.
These little strippers' hair can wait.
All rise. Judge Vonda B court is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB 1052, James case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Miss James?
Yes, ma'am.
You brought this case before the court. What's going on?
This girl here don't want to take care of her kids. I've been had her kids forever.
When you say forever, what's forever?
I've been basically the 4-year-old been with me since he was a baby. And now the 2-year-old, I got her little tail when she was 5 months. She's 2 now. She don't want to take care of them. She don't want to stop by when they want to see her. I did her a favor, let her go do some work and do these old hussies' hair. She want to follow and live the good life while I have her kids. So I need her to pay up. I need some help.
I definitely agree you need some help. What's the issue? Your kids have pretty much been with your aunt their entire lives.
Semi-aunt. I don't even know if she really my brother's child.
This case hit different. You're watching a woman who left her kids behind now face the consequences. But what really stings is how casually she brushed it off until the judge showed up with the numbers. Let's talk about what really happens when someone finally has to step up.
Ooh,
I provide for my kids. I travel for my work, and I have to do hair, make appointments. You know, I'm
Wait a
busy.
minute. Start over with what you were saying. I was too busy trying to drink this tea with what she just said about her brother.
Yeah, she likes to play that card, but we know.
Girl, I'm listening now.
But I'm a hairstylist. I do hair.
Your hair is pretty.
Thank you. I do wigs, lace fronts, all of that. So when people
So
call
you
me,
have the money to pay for these kids, you're just choosing not to. That's essentially what you just said, right?
No, so I pay for these kids. Like I bring them food.
She
I bring
brings them
clothes.
McDonald's, a Happy Meal. Maybe
Every kid love a Happy Meal.
no clothes, no shoes.
You know,
No
a Happy
Granimal
Meal,
sandals.
If they're with her all of the time, a Happy Meal, ma'am, is insufficient.
Well, when I come, I bring them whatever they
When
like.
you
They-
come,
they like
how
McDonald's.
often do you go over there?
Tell the
A
truth.
couple times a month.
How many?
Depending on my schedules.
Kids are priority. These little strippers' hair can wait. See, that's your problem.
So you doing strippers' hair?
They pay more. You know, they make that big money, so I got to get my coins.
I mean, they do get paid.
And she probably doing something strange for a piece of change too.
Oh, okay.
No, that's not my business. But I definitely will lay some edges, lay some hair. Yes.
Okay.
Honey,
your edges are laid. They really are.
Girl, that's a Jerry curl. Don't let the makeup, the little MAC makeup fool you. Because behind all that,
y'all get along, do you?
No, we don't. Since she was a little girl, she's been.
Wait a minute. You all don't get along, but you trust her enough to have your kid. I'm not about to play with you. I'm not about to play with you.
That's because nobody else fooled with her. I'm the only one.
Where's the daddy?
Oh, I don't know. He in them streets.
Oh, it sounds like you are too.
No, I'm in the streets to make them coins, to get that money.
Oh.
Lay that hair.
Oh, okay. Well, let me go ahead and lay some numbers for you. How much money you make a year?
About 60,000.
60,000? Okay. Who did this tax return you gave me? Somebody from the streets?
Somebody I met through a friend, yes.
Oh, okay.
Shaniqua.
Oh, okay. Well, they have your income at 65,000. So is that true?
It's around there.
We're going to use that number. We're going to use that number instead of that 60,000 that you just gave me, because you came in here to waste my time and play these games, and I'm not about to play with you.
Miss Vonda.
Yes, ma'am.
Her kids' hair need done.
And but she said her edges, you know, she lay edges.
You see how cute her hair look? Mm-hmm. Yeah. You think she comes and buys barrettes and everything comes out of my pocket. I keep those babies looking good. She never put a finger in there, but she want to run around and put her little fingers in these other little helpers' head.
You know what? You know better, or at least you should. You should know better. And I'm not looking for a response right now, because as cute as your hair is, that attitude is not looking real good. So let's go ahead and make sure your aunt gets some money for these kids, okay? So at this $65,000 a year, that brings your gross to about $5,400. Your net is $4,383.27. What about health insurance?
Medicaid.
Okay. Oh yeah, you really about to pay today, because you know Medicaid has to be reimbursed to the state, right? Well, you just found out something today. I'm so glad that you are ready to learn something, because you are about to learn today, okay? So, child support calculation, 2 kids, only 2 kids. Well, I know it's 2 kids that you have, but do you have any other kids?
No, just 2.
Okay. So, what? Yes, ma'am.
Well, I did get I wanted to, can I confirm something? You not pregnant?
No, not that I know.
Oh, you didn't say that very confidently.
I'll probably end up with that one too.
Okay, well, moving right along. Child support is $1,096, plus we need to reimburse that Medicaid, like I told you. So we take that $5,400, do 9% of that. That comes out to $486. $486 plus the $1,096. That bring your child support obligation to $1,582 per month.
This is where reality hits. You can hear it in her voice, that disbelief. But this isn't just about money. It's about responsibility finally landing where it belongs.
I'm sorry, you said 1,000 what?
$1,582. Anything else?
For 2 kids?
Girl,
$1,500 a month?
Do you know how much I paid to take care of your kids? More than that. That is only a pinch of what I pay to take care of your kids monthly.
Well, you know, I have to agree with her. I normally don't allow people to talk out of turn, but, you know, she's absolutely correct. It doesn't put a dent in anything that she does, especially when you're talking about feeding 2 children.
I feed them.
Yeah, sure you do. Is there anything further?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Is there anything further?
No, but she can bring by some McDonald's today.
Okay. Well, take some McDonald's over there, and if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you, Ms. Vonda.
The aunt didn't ask for applause. She just wanted support. And today, she got it. Sometimes the courtroom isn't just about law. It's about justice catching up to people who've been running too long. What did you think of the judge's decision? Let me know in the comments.
We have 1 child together, and she's not really doing the things that she's supposed to do as a mother.
You're making about $100,000 and you send him $200 or so for the baby? Maybe you can work harder to be in your child's life.
Really, a couple of days a month.
Exactly. You made the monthly child support obligation $1,242. Now, you mentioned Medicaid.
All rise. Support court with Judge Vonda B is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB 1043, foster case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay, Mr. Foster, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, what's happening is this. She's out and she's partying, she's having fun, she's doing all this stuff like all on social media. She's a social media influencer. I met her because I'm one of her super fans.
Oh,
yeah.
This is cute.
How it happened was that we, since I'm a super fan, I'm kind of following her around, see what she's doing. But she actually called for me to cater to one of her areas, which is how we actually hooked up from there, because I'm a chef.
Okay.
We have one child together, and she's not really doing the things that she's supposed to do as a mother, pretty much supporting the child, being there for them, paying any Medicaid or so, dealing with for the child. I practically do all that.
This case is wild. A social media influencer mom, a superfan dad, and a child caught in the middle. What starts off like a bizarre online love story quickly turns into a legal battle about responsibility, income, and what it really means to show up for your child.
And I brought her here today just to say, hey, you gotta step up your game. You gotta do something, help out this child, because I can't be the only supporter if you're here supposed to do something as well. I mean, I can do it, but I do need a little bit more income for that.
Okay, I'm a little bit more interested in the background. How you became a super fan and you hooked up.
Well, I'm a follower.
I mean, I don't need all the details about, how the child was conceived. I'm just interested to see how that works,
Well, I'm the type of guy that I always post all my stuff, letting people know this is what I do, like all my catering stuff and all that. But when it comes to her, I know that she does all this stuff, and I know she's a big influencer, and she pretty much puts everything out there. She's really, when it comes to making it to a live stream, she can do that. She has that. But so that's what I did. I actually reached out to her in that way, and that's how I got more of my influence out there, so I can actually start catering and partying catering to all these parties.
Okay, all right. And so you want her to pay child support?
Yes.
All right, and you said the child is on Medicaid,
yes.
Correct? Okay. All right, is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to her?
No.
Okay. Ma'am, welcome. I'm honored. Social media influencer?
It's crazy.
Yeah, it is, but what does that have to do with you being a mom?
I'm out there trying to make money and trying to support my child. I do send him money. I'm just trying to grow my business.
How much money do you send him?
It just depends on what's going on during the week, what I have and what my income is each month.
On average, how much money are you getting from her, if any?
She only sends about maybe like $200-300.
$200 or $300? You're a social media influencer?
Well, I'm still growing my business. I mean, I'm
right.
But she parties. It's all over. It's online. It's like she's everywhere.
And you're getting paid for these appearances, right?
And you party too. That's how we met.
Nah, I was catering to
You were catering.
to one of your parties. Yes.
Oh.
So I wasn't really partying. I was catering. I had to work it.
Right. That's what they're calling catering these days. Being a super fan. I get it.
It was one time.
One time and you all had the baby?
Yeah, don't take that long.
Well, that's true. So
he is making a good income as well.
Right, but the child is with him, so
yes.
His income is not really concerning
because
for me.
I travel.
Right, and you're being paid for your travel. Exactly. How much are you making, roughly?
Maybe about 100,000.
You're making about $100,000 and you send him $200 or so for the baby?
Yes.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I'm not about to do this with you. You're making a lot of money and your child is coming up short, and you don't have a problem with that?
No, I do have a problem with that. I would like him with me.
So you want the baby to be on social media for likes and follows?
Oh, it might
What
be
about-
something that
Like, what about school and all those other
he can
academic
do
things that he has to
homeschool
do?
when he's 3.
So
where-
he's
where
going
is
to
he
be on
homeschooling? In
virtual
hotels and stuff
school
like
with
that?
likes and followers?
You see it all the time. Why not? I mean,
right, but don't you believe that that's a distraction?
No, I mean, I feel like, I'm making a pretty good income, and I think that this could really help him when he's older and to save up some money.
Well, if you're making a pretty good income, you can send more.
I agree with that.
Maybe you could work harder.
No, ma'am. Maybe you can work harder to be in your child's life. And I highly doubt a judge would place the child with you knowing that you travel, you're doing all of these things for growing your business, and the child is with him. Sounds like 100% of the time.
No, not all the time.
Okay, how often do you have the child?
When he allows the child to be with me when I'm not traveling.
Oh, okay. So when you're not traveling, that's how often?
Really, a couple of days, a month.
Exactly. You made that up. This is what we're going to do. We're going to place you on child support based on that $100,000 a year, ma'am. Yeah, and don't look confused. It's the right thing to do. It is absurd that you believe it is okay to only send a couple of $100s to dad for your child, and you actually think that it's okay for your child to be toting along with you to grow your social media influence? Yeah, no, that's not what we're going to do. This child needs to be in an environment that is stable. Need to make sure that school is being attended to. How old is this child?
About 3.
3 years old. No.
At this point, it's crystal clear where the judge stands. She's not buying the influencer act. And honestly, neither would anyone watching. The focus now shifts to justice, what the child deserves, not what the parents feel entitled to.
Kindergarten will be here before you know it. He does not need to be traveling and going to homeschool and virtual school all over the country or wherever it is that you have to appear. You'd agree with me, right?
I guess I have to.
No, you don't have to, but don't you believe that's in the best interest of the child to be somewhere stable?
Well, I think the best interest of the child would be with me, and if I'm growing a business and I can take care of them.
And you believe that because you're the mom?
Yes.
Oh, well, that's not going to happen today. So what we're going to do is base your child support off that $100,000 that you testified to, that makes your gross $8,333.33, bringing your net to $6,212.37. That makes your monthly child support obligation $1,242. Now, you mentioned Medicaid.
Yes.
Medicaid is not free. He doesn't have to pay for it, but you do. So it's based on 9% of your gross, which your gross is that $8,300 that I said earlier, that brings your reimbursement to Medicaid $750. If you can find somewhere on, private health insurance, I'm pretty sure you can find it a lot cheaper. Maybe one of your followers is a health insurance agent or something, and they can get you something cheaper, okay? So based on that, $1,242 plus $750 brings your monthly child support obligation to $1,992. You're gonna pay that monthly to dad. Any questions?
No, I don't have any.
Why did you look at him?
Because I was just thinking he's making more money, he's doing more gigs.
That's great, and so are you. And if you make any more money doing more gigs, we can just increase your child support. Anything further?
Nope.
Is there anything further, sir?
No.
Okay, nothing further. You all are dismissed.
You could feel the judge's frustration, and honestly, it was deserved. Making 6 figures and sending $200. Come on. The real winner here is the child, who now gets real support. If you found this case as unbelievable as we did, hit like, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments.
Judge Vonda B. Court is now in session. Judge, this is the case of Schaefer.
Thank you. You all may be seated. Mr. Schaefer, you brought this case before the court, sir?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Okay, go ahead. What's going on?
Well, my son was married to the respondent, and he died. They had a child that's now 3 years old that has been left in my custody, and I'm asking for some sort of relief or support because I'm retired from the military and on a fixed income.
Okay. First of all, my condolences for the
Thank
loss
you.
of your
I
son.
appreciate that.
And thank you for your service as well.
Oh, thank you.
How long has the child lived with you?
2 years.
2 years. Has mom given you any support for the child?
No, she hasn't.
She hasn't bought anything.
Not significantly, no. But I've just now come to the point where I need some relief and I need some help.
When a father passes away, you don't expect the child's mother to disappear too. But in today's case, a military grandfather steps in, raising a special needs child alone, while the mother spends $5,000 a month on a condo. What happens next is justice and accountability.
Ma'am?
Well, I've been traveling. My job had me traveling a lot, and I was in between jobs. I'm making $35,000 now.
Okay.
And, you know, I'm not...
Where are you traveling?
Well, I'm a travel agent.
Okay.
So because of that, I can just travel. I get discounts, and I get to fly free. So...
Oh, my God, that is amazing.
So,
but that has nothing to do with you giving some sort of financial support.
I didn't
to
have
this.
it.
Excuse me, I was talking. That has nothing to do with you giving financial support to this man for the support of your child. Your child, not his child. Your child.
It is my child. That is correct. But
you have, you got a condo and you're traveling.
Yes.
But how much is this condo?
Well, I'd rather not say.
No, I'd rather you say.
Because
how much is this condo?
It's pretty steep. It's pretty steep.
Ma'am, what does that mean? That means nothing to me. Steep. You know how many people come in here with things that are steep? I need a number.
I like to live nice, and so I pay $5,000.
See, you know what? You obviously came here to waste my time.
No, I didn't.
Yes,
really,
you did.
I didn't. And
Ma'am,
I really
yes, you
haven't
did. I've
extra
asked
money.
you a very specific question. How much is your condo?
Well, I pay $5,000 a month.
Wait, she can afford a luxury condo but hasn't given a single dollar to help raise her own child? And that child is autistic, living with his grandfather. This isn't just financial neglect, it's emotional abandonment. Sometimes the courtroom is the only place real accountability happens.
Sir,
Yes, ma'am.
is this 3-year-old in daycare?
Yes, he's in preschool because he has some special needs.
How much is daycare?
Daycare runs about $300 a week.
$300 a week.
Don't you get some kind of
And don't you
No.
just need to wait your turn until
Yes, ma'am.
I come to you.
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
not talking to you. Okay. Thank you. Sir, $300 a week. And what type of special needs does the child have?
He's autistic.
Okay. Does he have to, you have to pay for like any medical expenses?
He needs special counseling, and of course he has regular doctor visits.
Counseling. Does mom show up to any of those doctor's visits or anything?
Well, no, of course I haven't always told her, but I
Exactly.
haven't expected her.
Exactly. You haven't given him any money either.
Well.
Well, I'm not talking to you still.
Now, I don't have anything against my former daughter-in-law. I mean, she was married to my son. I do need a little more involvement and a little help.
I agree with you. It definitely, if she's spending $5,000 a month on a condo, I don't even stay in a condo,
I
ma'am.
need that. I
Okay,
have to have
well, I
that.
need a condo. Can you give me your condo? Exactly. So your child support based on $35,000 a year. Are you carrying any type of health insurance on the child?
See, that's another thing. Since on the child.
Yes.
Well, the child is autistic, so the child gets a check. So I don't understand why you need my money.
Okay.
Because you get assistance from the government. With his
Excuse
kid.
me.
I mean, my child.
Excuse me. Last time I checked, I was the judge.
You are.
Okay, thanks. That means that I asked the questions and I addressed him, he addressed me.
Okay.
You do not address him.
All right.
Okay?
Understand.
How much is health insurance for the child only?
I have no idea what health insurance is for the child.
So obviously you don't pay it. Sir, how much is health insurance for the child
It's
only?
just short of $400.
Short for the child only?
Yes,
Ma'am. And the child has been living with you for the past 2 years, you say?
2 years.
So not only am I going to make you pay child support, ma'am, you're going to pay back pay as well.
I cannot afford that.
Guess what? Sell your condo, then you can afford that. So I have your gross based on $35,000 a year at $2,916.67. And you said the health insurance is $400 a month?
Yes.
That's pretty steep based on, well, not that your coverage is not steep, but in Texas, we're only allowed to take 9% of her gross. So based on 9%, it'll be $262.50.
Will that start, can you give me maybe 3 months before that starts so I can rebudget my bills?
Let's see here. Sir, you said you all have a cordial relationship. Are you okay with continuing that health insurance?
Yes, I am.
Okay, and are you seeking any type of reimbursement from her on the health insurance?
No, I mean, it's all in the past.
Okay, well, you got really lucky. He cut you a break. So your child support obligation, your net comes out to $2,466.03. Your child support obligation comes out to $394.56. Now your back child support, that $394.56, you have to pay that back from the time that the child has lived with Mr. Schaefer.
That's not fair.
Yes, ma'am. In Texas, it goes back 4 years. Your child is 3. So with that calculation, it comes out to $14,204.16 to be paid monthly at an amount of $200. That makes your total child support obligation set at, well, I'm gonna make it $300 because $14,000 is a huge amount. So that makes your monthly child support obligation $694.56.
I got some bills that I can show you. I just can't afford that.
And you know what? He has bills that he can show me as well, and you have not done anything. And you're lucky that he cut you a break because I didn't have to let him do that. Is there anything further, Mr. Schaefer?
That's all that I have. Your
Can
Honor.
we talk and maybe we can talk amongst one another and see if we can come up with an agreement?
You're more than welcome to do that at a later date, but right now I just made my ruling. Do you have any other questions pertaining to this?
I guess not, since I have to pay all this money.
Okay, well, I guess you all are dismissed. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The court made it clear, parenting doesn't stop when it's inconvenient. This grandfather carried the weight for 2 years, while the mother traveled and paid nothing. The verdict? She'll finally pay what's owed. But what do you think? Was the judge fair? Let us know in the comments and don't forget to subscribe.